What is up, y'all? What is cracking, everybody? Hello, my friends. It's your girl, Welcome to China. I'm here. Hello, my friends. What's up, everybody? What is going on, y'all? It's your girl, Welcome to China, and I am here with another reaction. We got some reactionary heat going on, y'all. You know, we was just on Jamie Lynn's hind parts last couple weeks, but now we're gonna learn a little bit more about Miss Julia Fox. So if that sounds cool to you all, make sure you hit that subscribe button to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. I got a lot of new subscribers and I appreciate y'all. I'm on my way to 2,500. So all I need you guys to do so we can watch this together is just hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I post. I'm a conversationalist, so let's have the conversation. Y'all, we got a couple comments on here. You know, this is a live reaction. We're going to be reacting to the video interview with Julia Fox. So, for those who do not know who Miss Julia Fox is, she is an American actress. She was on in the movie Uncut Jewels. For those who do not know, so let me go ahead and just pull a little picture for us. She was in that movie Uncut Jewels. So I always thought she was very, very pretty. Of course, when we seen the movie Uncut Jewels, we didn't know her name. We didn't know really pretty much any a lick about her, but we're gonna pretty much see what she has going on today. So, who is exactly Julia Fox? Julia Fox is fine to me. She's pretty, good looking lady. Five things to know about the Uncut Gem store. Um, all right, she was discovered, so to speak, in the most downtown New York way possible. So in 2019, okay, they casted her in 2019 in Soho, New York. So she was out eating at the time, and they discovered her out in New York, just like Julia, you fine. We want to cast you, and that's how she got an Uncut Jewels. Um, her heart isn't for the faint of her art isn't for the faint of heart. She had a gallery show. Rest in peace to Julia Fox. So she's like an artist. She's a creator. You guys know I'm a actor. So she's in the entertainment business. Her estranged husband, who she was married to in 2018, they're divorced now. Believe he's Russian. She came out. They had all types of baby mama drama going on with her husband. Now, Julia Fox's ex-husband, child, he had all types of stuff going on. She said that he was a broke down baby daddy, all that jazz. But he's a pilot, so he came from money. But this is him right here, Peter. So, she's always been about a bag. She's always been one of the young ladies. She's been a go getter. She's been in the sex industry work. So, we don't find out who she is basically. Julia Fox, you dating Kanye West. So, I want to learn about you. We want to learn about you. We're ready to see what's going on. So, y'all, we're going to be checking this out on Call Her Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Y'all already know the drill. I have a couple of comments here. So, let's go ahead and go through theirs before we get started. What's up, y'all? Harpo, who's this woman? This is Julia Fox. I think we know now. You're in time for the. You're in time for it. Am I here? Yes, you're here in time. I'm dead here. I'm dead. Call her daddy. What are y'all saying here? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yes, we're about to react. This is Julia Fox. Let's learn about Kanye West's girlfriend.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy.
Julia Fox, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you for having me.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty well, it's like when I'm not traveling,
My weekend was pretty iconic. I mean, I've been hanging out with Kanye West. I mean, I saw Madonna. We was hanging out in the studio. Just another day being Julia.
I have just like more work to do at home. So it's like it's just like always constantly work, work, work.
So when you're in New York, you're kind of like almost on work mode, and then you're trying to
Yeah,
travel.
and
you're
mommy
like, "No work."
mode, like full time.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
So incredible.
Thank you.
So you were just working.
Mhm.
Although I think I did see on a little site that you were at Paul's baby.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was like my sister's birthday.
fun.
So shout out Richie. And we went to Emilio's, and
She already seemed like she's a hip lady. She seemed like she's like on the bourgeois side. She likes the more luxurious things, but she can get down and dirty, if you guys know what I mean. She's a freakalik. She's very, very pretty. Her lips are very full. I mean, it's probably some overlining. You know how the girls do, but she looks very good. I like her. I know I'm the rare majority that does like Kanye West's girlfriend, but she looked good already to me.
then we went to Paul's Baby Grand, which is funny. Like I haven't been there in like literally 10 years or something. Like I used to go all the time. It's like my neighborhood club. And it was funny. Like I walked in and like the DJ started playing like Kanye West.
Stop.
And like all these like really excited white boys were like rapping all the lyrics like really passionately. And it was like real an experience. It was cool.
Probably a different experience than
She said it was an experience. The white boys were rapping Kanye West. It was really cool. You could tell she down with the culture. You could tell black folks, we like Julia Fox. Clearly she with Kanye. She a cool girl, okay? She a cool girl. We already know before Kim got with Kanye, all she did was date black guys. So she had her little urbanized to her. So we don't let Julia Fox be herself. She's one of the girls, the go-getters.
the last time you were there, and then now you're there, everyone's like singing a song in your face, and you're like, okay, everybody calm down.
I know.
White boys relax.
Yeah, it was amazing though.
what is a normal day for you? Like, I want to know, like, you woke up today, like, what did you do? Like, what is your daily
I mean,
routine?
I immediately like just tend to my son. So it's like brush teeth, breakfast.
You know, I was honestly thinking she was up jet setting with Kanye West 24 hours a day. I thought she was gonna say, I'm at Kanye's house. But she's a mama. So Kanye really just pop out with her, I guess, when it's really convenient and during the weekends, it seems like. Because I guess we only do see him during the weekends. She go hard on the weekends, but she with her son. Let's see what you got going on, Julia.
Bath, play. Then after a couple hours, I'll put him down for a nap. And that's when like my day begins. So then it's like, okay, then I'll shower and like brush my teeth and answer my emails and like just pretty much get to work.
Love it.
But other than that, it's like, like my son is always like my number one. Like, and everything's always kind of just built around his schedule.
I love that. And Kanye West is built around her schedule. Y'all old scallywagging assholes need to take that from her. Okay.
That's kind of when I can focus on myself.
Your birthday is on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
What are your birthday plans?
Oh my God. My birthday, I have to see I'm an Aquarius queen. Is Julia Fox? If it's next Wednesday, then me and Julia Fox are the same birthday. If not, then her birthday's today.
I think we're gonna go to Lucien.
Oh,
Yeah, because I grew up with Zach, who's Lucien's son, R.I.P. Lucien. And yeah, I had my son's birthday there. Just
Okay, her birthday's February 2nd. So this was shot a few weeks back.
it's like easy.
Is it going to be a big party?
I think so.
Have you picked out your outfit?
No, we're not there yet.
You're not.
I don't know. Maybe my stylists have been working on something, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, you've been like iconic recently in the fashion game. Who are you loving as a designer right now?
You can tell she wasn't a broke hoe to begin with. She's always hustled with her beauty. I mean, she's going to get into talking about foursomes and like her sex and all that type of stuff, but you can tell she comes from money. She's still giving me bourgeois. I don't care about her and Kanye's funky outfits. I mean, Kanye dressed with the Carhartt looking stuff anyway, everyday clothes, but expensive. So she was still with a pilot. She was still a married woman. So she still has all those elements that Kanye was probably looking for in his next girlfriend, because he's still a dad and he puts that to the forefront too. So
now,
besides Kanye,
yeah, you can say Kanye. I respect it.
I mean, I love Daniel at Schiaparelli a lot. Glenn Martin's at Diesel and JPG, which I also love. I love Wang as well. Vivian Westwood.
So you're not planning like your outfits like too far in advance. I mean, Julia, it's Monday. You have no birthday outfit?
Yeah, no. But everything's kind of like that with me.
Okay, so you're kind of just like a fly by the seat of your pants gal.
Yeah.
he said, see, if y'all got the money for it, then you can get any designer you want, baby. Just bring me the rack, okay? Bring me the rack. I want Julia Fox to be my girlfriend. She cool.
It's like everything's last minute. And we're just kind of winging it and pulling it
she's
together.
She's talking about designers that she's referring to. That's all. For the first 2 minutes, y'all, she was talking about designers. That's it. I'm waiting for the juice too.
Like even that eyeliner moment, like that was like we just decided like let's like try it and see if it looked like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like
giving Black
planned
Swan,
out. Like
that
everything's
eyeliner look.
just.
How did you feel about that? That everyone was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
People hated it. I loved it. I just like wanted it more, bigger, smudgier. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm so over like seeing the perfect contouring and the like perfect lashes. Like, it's like I want to be real. I want to be more like just real, and I don't want to be perfect, and I don't need everyone to like me. I'm not here for that, you know.
I feel like it was such a bold choice, and even though people were like shitting on it,
yo, somebody said somebody said, did Kanye West do Julia Fox's makeup? Wait, where? wait, wait. They said he did the damn eyeliner. They silly as hell. I mean, it worked for what they had going on. It worked for the look. I mean, I'm sure Kanye pulled it off the rack. I mean, it's very much so giving Black Swan. Let me see if they got that going on. Black Swan. It's giving us a little black swan. Yeah, it is giving us a little black swanded moment. Y'all know the movie Black Swan. That's all that I'm saying. It's giving me Black Swan. Oh, I didn't got the damn codes coming up on my computer. That's what it's giving to me. Black Swan, the movie with Natalie Portman. I'm sorry. I just had to do that for y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to. Okay, let me get back to it.
Everyone was talking about it.
And then I like Chanel did their eye makeup that you know what I mean,
Yep.
similarly in
Right.
that way, and then I saw it in other places as well, and it's like that's fucking cool.
Was everyone around you hyping you up, and then it was just the internet shitting on you? Like everyone was like, "Oh my god, it looks so good."
Yeah, in person, everyone was gagging and loved it, and then on the internet, obviously, people hated it. But it's like that's when you know you did something good. Whenever
Yeah, see, she's one of the girls. She said the internet was gagging, though. Okay, it was gagging.
everyone shits on it.
No, dude, I did
'Cause
one
it's different.
Yes, I've done that semi before, but not as exaggerated. And I got so much shit on my picture, and I was kind of
Yeah.
like, "Fuck off!" I was trying something different. Like, let me
Yeah.
live.
I know.
People are so fucking rude on the internet. Okay,
I didn't know how bad it was
until recently.
Yeah.
And now, do you read the comments?
Sometimes, like very rare. Like I don't Google anything. I don't read the headlines. Like I never see anything.
Yeah.
But occasionally, obviously,
Can you imagine being so famous that like it looks like your Facebook feed and people just tag you and stuff on Facebook and mention you in comments and you just ignore it? Like you imagine like you want to look like to see what's going on. Like her name is literally in all the headlines. You Google Julia Fox on the headlines, she don't even look. That's still you got to be strong and self assured. So it seems like that's what she's giving here too. So all right, Julia.
I
Of
do
course.
see it. It's impossible not to. But I just laugh. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't really affect me. I don't care.
Are there any ones that do affect you?
If someone says something about my kid, I'll block them.
Love.
Yeah.
That fucking
Yeah.
block.
Other than that, like not really.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I love New York. I used to live here. I moved to LA, so I
Mhm.
miss it, and I'm so happy when I'm back. What neighborhood makes you feel most at home?
I would have to say the East Village just because I probably spent the most years cumulatively there and I went to high school there and just like downtown in general. But I also have like a lot of like PTSD from the East Village as well. You know what I mean?
Why?
It's like,
the most
yeah, like
moments.
every block, I'm like, oh, like that
Oh.
happened there. Like, oh, you got in a fight here. Like, whatever. Like, it's everything's like a reminder of like high school. It's like the worst time ever.
My first apartment was in Lower East Side, and I feel the same way. I'll like see a street and be like, "Don't look."
Yeah.
That's the street I vomited on. Fuck. But it's
Yeah.
also kind of like, okay, so East Village is your place.
Yeah, they going through all the New
Definitely.
I
Yorker
saw this
stuff.
TikTok, and
I need them to get past. They gonna go on me again. They gonna go on me again. I was gonna say the small Upper East Side white lady talk. They shut me down when I say anything about the other. But that's what they're giving. I'm like, okay, ladies, let's get to the juice. We talking about going down to hoo and designer boo and da da da. I need to get to the tea.
I was like dying for it. So someone was like, okay, we're gonna play Marry Fuck Kill, but with New York neighborhoods. And I can go first because I was like, okay, this is actually funny. I feel like I would kill Murray Hill. Sorry.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would fuck West Village, maybe.
Any New Yorkers here, definitely let me know in the comments here live and after if you agree with these.
And then marry Tribeca.
Okay.
You do
Yeah.
yours.
That's
Okay.
pretty accurate.
Okay.
I would either marry Upper East Side or Tribeca.
Love.
Yeah.
Who would you kill?
I mean, Murray Hill was pretty spot on because you
Murray
he
Hill-
lived here. Yeah.
Yes.
So you get it. Like, yeah, it's like, what is there? I know there's like a theater there, like a movie
Like,
theater.
what's going on?
And then that's it. Like, I'm not really sure. Yeah. Like, honestly, probably that or like, yeah.
Oh, our problems, our solution. You saying she giving airhead, huh? Yeah, Julia is giving a tad bit airhead. I mean, she's from New York. She's wealthy. She has money. She's came from a nice background for the most part. So life hasn't seemed to be too messed up for her. I mean, we're gonna learn. Life is hard for everybody. Her divorce was scandalous, but yeah, I mean, he definitely. no more than Kim. I mean, Kim was a businesswoman, but I'm sure the conversations with her are even more than with Kim because we know Kim can get a little dry. Chloe is the one with the personality.
Probably
Yeah,
Murray Hill,
Murray
yeah.
Hill dies
Because
every
every
time.
other neighborhood has something redeemable.
Yes,
That's like it's
something to
Manhattan, it's
give.
New York, like
Totally. And then
there's
Murray Hill, you're like,
like literally the movie theater. I don't
I
know.
agree. How do you think growing up in New York City affected how quickly you matured?
Well, I think it definitely affected how quickly I matured because
That's a point. She is a full New Yorker, and let me tell you, the girls in New York, they're like the Euphoria girls. Okay, they are XOXO Gossip Girls. So that's going to be interesting. Let's get into it. Now we get into it.
at a very young age, I was exposed to a lot of adult situations. Just leaving the house, you know what I mean? You just are gonna see it. So I think like the exposure and then also not really being monitored properly and then kind of just being curious and also kind of fearless and just wanting to see the world and wanting to go have experiences and go live my life.
Yeah, because your parents were divorced and you were
No, they're actually still
oh they're
married.
but your dad
Yeah.
lived in New
But
York.
they've never lived in the same country.
Got
So it's like a weird, like, I don't know, my mom's Italian. She's like, doesn't really like America. Like she likes Italy and like wants to stay there. And my dad like just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't really work out.
So you didn't have like how would you describe did you have any supervision growing up really in New York?
That is wild. So it seems like her mom, because she was born in Italy. Now, through my research, she's an Italiano woman. So that's why she has those beautiful, the dark hair, the fullness of her lips. Like she's a real Italian woman. Not the girls that be like, I can cook spaghetti and some lasagna. She's Italiano, Parmigiano. Okay, so that's interesting. And her daddy is a New Yorker. She grew up not having a modern way of life anyway, because she got parents who are still together and married. But mama, like, I want to see in Italy. I love this man. I have my beautiful daughter. I'll come visit. That's wild. So she's a unique thing already.
No,
Just a flat no. You're like
no,
absolutely not.
no.
And so
He tried. Like my dad, like there were times like when it would be like really getting out of control where he would try. Like I remember one time, but that's the thing. It's like when you grow up with like just your dad, it's like such a different home environment. Like I remember
So she did grow up with just her dad. Oh, she was a wild girl. Y'all already know. You already know. Listen, y'all, if the daddy wasn't around, y'all wish y'all could have stayed with him, okay? Trust me.
one time he literally slept in the chair, like one of those recliner chairs in front of the front door so that I wouldn't leave. And I just climbed out my window. I lived on the second floor and we had a fire escape. So I just climbed out the fire escape. And then at like 10 a.m., I like came knocking. No, it wasn't 10 a.m. because he was still sleeping in the chair as I'm knocking. It was probably like 7 a.m. or
right.
something. And I'm knocking. And he like woke up and he was actually more impressed and like laughing, like thought it was funny that I still found he was
He's like,
just
you're
like, how did you
so
do it?
strong.
How did you do it? And I was just like, I have my ways. Like,
That's only men. I have my ways. I can't even imagine the extent of that having my mama sit at the front door. I don't even think I would get that far for her have to sit in the chair in front of the door for me to sneak out. I was too scared of my mama to even sneak out at all whatsoever. I mean, strict parent alert because I would have bop bop bop. Where you going? Shoot. So that's why she wild. Okay. Wild kids make cool adults. If you're in a drug addict or be weird, but hey, what I'm saying.
don't ask,
So like
and
grounding you would never work.
no, no, like the most maybe they would do is like take my phone
Got
away,
it.
but then it's like, I don't care,
Right. I'll just
that,
go out.
yeah, then you won't be able to reach me even more. So you know,
How old were you when you first went clubbing?
mm, like proper clubbing, maybe like 14 or
So
something
good. How
like
did you
that.
get an ID?
Oh my God, we
Oh, well,
literally,
of course, these are going to be cultural differences. But listen, everybody wants me to speak in a grand general sense and say that all Americans are all the same, no matter the skin color or cultural differences. Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm a reaction. I'm a conversationalist. I'm gonna react to these videos. Of course not. We wouldn't have got that far, child. Okay, am I right? Let's say Julia Fox was black now. Let me stop playing.
my friend Alex,
And
um,
Kanye did her makeup.
she
Thank you for
like
that, Dom.
printed them like herself, like laminated. So like it was so like they
So
were
good.
so bad. Like that was actually my first fake ID. But then obviously we ended up
Right.
figuring it out. But and we would just use that and like they were so clearly fake. But I think it's like you see like slutty, like picture the girl, like the two girls in the movie 13. Like you get like that vibe, and it's like you're gonna let them in the hot
No
under,
bouncer gives a
yeah.
fuck.
No,
If they
like
see
I
two
had
hot chicks,
braces
yeah.
and they were letting me in,
They're like,
girl.
go ahead, sweetie. You definitely look
Yeah,
27.
yeah,
What?
yeah,
Fuck you.
yeah.
When did you first
Yo, it's like funny to think about those things when you look back. And a lot of women, similar to myself, look back at those cute things that we were able to get into and go when we were kids, child. And this is why our parents didn't want us to go nowhere because, yeah, I still got around and out to the clubs and other places I wanted to go. But that's just, when you really think about it, bro, that's so fucked up.
experiment with drugs?
Now she getting the
Um,
drugs. I thought, okay, now she couldn't be
Probably in
perfect.
like middle school, like 6th or 7th grade.
Child, I knew it. That's what I'm saying. There's no way she just came out of this nothing. This scantless lifestyle with no scars. Okay.
Was it just because you
Um,
found them through like friends?
um, I think the first drugs that I ever tried was weed, and it was actually my friend's mom who had it, and it was like very casual in their household to just smoke weed together and pass it around, and then that's kind of where I started smoking weed like
Got it.
a lot, like every day. That was like 7th grade.
Do you still smoke weed?
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
I mean, okay, so fine. That's typical. So she gonna tell us all this about weed. We like, all right, what else is there? You gonna prove me wrong, Julie? You telling me you was only doing weed running the streets? All right.
Did you ever get in trouble with like the law growing up? Oh,
Definitely.
tell us.
Yeah. Oh my God, so
Her
much.
voice is
I was
like
actually on
definitely.
probation for like
She has like a nice voice, but when she talks, like she has that like valley girlness, but she kind of has a little more sex appeal to it. But her voice is like sexy, seductive valley girl.
3 years, and that really like saved my life in a way
Wow.
because for the first time it was like I'm grounded. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? And I remember my first drug test on probation came back positive for marijuana, and it was like this big thing about like, am I going to go to prison for a year? Like, what is my probation officer
Because she was still hanging. So she's 33, 32, 33. So she's been definitely hanging out and having a good old time for years before then. And also, one of my favorite singers, Lana Del Rey, she's a white lady from New York, wealthy family. She was an alcoholic at like 13. So that is definitely a part of the lifestyle for sure, for sure.
going to do? And then she just like gave me some really intense drug program that I needed to do. And that was it. But it was like, a lot of situations like that where like it was like by miracle that like
Right.
it didn't end up worse for me. But I really honestly credit like Miss Cortez, my probation officer, because, like she really made sure that and she even said, she was like, I know your type. She was like, I know you're manipulative and I know you're a liar. Yeah, and I was so sweet and cute and blah, blah, and she could see right through me.
She said Miss Cortez. That means she must have Miss Cortez. That sounds like Miss Cortez might have been a Hispanic lady in New York, so she wasn't playing. She said, "I don't know what type of manipulative little skeezer you are, but that's what got her in shape." So you see, still, she needed some type of no, ma'am. The buck stops here. She needed some structure, and this probation officer was the one that had to call her out on her shit. And isn't that crazy that parents, nobody, just in a general sense of life. We don't talk and react to this, but the grand scheme of life, parenting, being an adult, like no one was there to give her any type of what's the word I'm looking for? Structure, honestly. So that's saying something that Miss Cortez, who she remembers to this day by name, is the one who changed her life for her to get herself semi together.
But yeah, and that was really like difficult. And I mean, it was like, oh fuck, okay, I'm really gonna have to do this
Right.
now
Because now
because
it's
she
not your
can see,
dad.
yeah,
Right.
it's not someone
It's
I
like
can
the law.
bullshit. No.
When you say you were like manipulating and lying, like was it mostly to adults? Like how
Yeah,
are
any
you?
authority figure,
Right.
not to my friends or anything, just like any type of
Totally.
authoritative situation.
What were you on probation for?
That time, if that was like credit card stuff, and it was grand larceny and a bunch of other type. It was a bunch.
She was a material girl. I want Chanel now boots and used to get steady jogging because they know I'm a truth. I'm a material girl, okay? The girl, she has been, she was card cracking, okay? That's what she was doing fraud, okay? She was one of them. She was scamming with the girls, but she was scamming up in Upper East Side. She was scamming with the high end girls, with the girls in New York. It's a lifestyle. What is that movie? What is that movie when the girls had the slumber party in Beverly Hills up in LA and they stole all the stuff? The bling ring? That's what she's giving. The bling ring. That movie. Like she did those type of crimes. You know, she wasn't a drug mule. She was doing them type of high end type of things, but it's still child messy.
Just a bunch of really big things, and we were like indicted, and me and my best friend, who is actually one of my stylists now, and she was my co-defendant, and we like had to go to like, I
Material
think it was like the Supreme
girl.
Court. I honestly can't even remember because I would literally show up like high on ecstasy from the night before, and sometimes miss court too and not show up at.
Dog, she was one of those partying girls that we all grew up. I grew up in the suburbs, y'all. I grew up in the suburbs, so we always had those friends that were going out partying, drinking, doing drugs all day and night. Come in hungover. It's very much so giving Rue. It's giving like that type of lifestyle. Rue was the first black girl that I seen getting out and crazy like that, but that's what it's giving for sure.
All. Like it was like that was the type of shit I was on. Like I really didn't care what happened to me,
What
and I
was
didn't care about my future.
when was the first time you got in trouble with the law?
Like the first time.
Yo, she gotta get to it because she's like ramping this up. So like, how did you and Kanye meet? Like, because we got to put it together here. Because I'm still like, hey, Julia, I see, but Kanye was still with Kim Kardashian. So we know Kim Kardashian was not the brightest bulb. She wasn't, in her mind. I, I think the conversation with Julia might be a little bit more interesting because Kim always lived a privileged life. So Julia still has a little grit to her. So maybe, I mean, her delivery is just material, girl.
Time probably like in middle school, like running away from home,
Okay.
getting picked up, like stuff like that. Like nothing really like serious. Like maybe like we're at a party, they're kicking us out. Like little things like that. The first time I was arrested, I think I was like stealing from like it might have been like Bloomingdale's. Like I
What did I tell you? Material girl, I want Chanel not boots and you niggas steady jogging because they know I'm a truth. Material, she was stealing from Bloomingdale's, baby. Saks Fifth Ave. She was stealing from the high end stores because she was a cute, beautiful white girl. So you already know they search and look at the black people. They followed Wendy Williams around Bloomingdale's and many other black celebrities, rappers who had more money than Julia. But she was able to get away with it. So I ain't gonna hate on it. But she was doing that high end material girl. Come on, y'all. Material girl. I want Chanel now boots, Julia Fox stealing in Bloomingdale's, and you know she the truth. Material girl. That's what she's giving.
I know I got arrested stealing at Bloomingdale's, but it might have been somewhere else. But I'm pretty sure it was Bloomingdale's this time.
So then when you were indicted, that was like kind of the
Well, it
catalyst
was
towards like
amazing though because then years later I ended up doing a campaign for Bloomingdale's.
And she got indicted. And talking about she did a now let a rapper who stole from Bloomingdale's before go get a deal, rocking. Let a rapper who wore Calvin Klein come back and get caught stealing Calvin Klein 10 years prior. You think they gonna let him? They probably laughed about Julia uh getting indicted from Bloomingdale's and all that bullshit and her modeling nowadays, thinking it's cute and funny. But y'all want to tell me there ain't no differences? And that's fine. But it is. I like Julia still, but I'm just saying that's why my girl got away with it. I would have been her friend like Julia. You know you're gonna get away with just a little bit better than me. Go ahead, and give me a little Gucci bag, Julia. Go ahead and give me that little. Go ahead, and give me that little coat scarf, Julia. You know I ain't gonna come out like you, girl. Come on.
And as I come in, they're like, come and check in through the side entrance. And they wanted my ID. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to search in the system that I'm banned here.
You're
Because
like,
the actual
ah.
campaign was in the store. And it was so funny. But it was like really full circle, you know?
You're like, now I'm giving back. I'm
Yeah.
paying my dues. Okay,
Yeah.
fuck off. Wow. So you ended up getting in. You were fine.
Yeah, no, it was fine. Yeah.
So when did you start supporting yourself financially and why?
As as a teenager, like pretty young, I remember like always wanting to work. Like I remember being like 16 and getting the right paperwork so that I could like work at a store or like I always wanted to work. Um, but you know, it wasn't enough money to like support myself, like independent. Like I wanted to be independent. And 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 then I was kind of forced into a situation that I can't really go too deep in, but like was forced to be independent. And it was like, fuck, like, well, you know, I can't work at the pastry shop forever. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna cut it. Like I'm gonna
Right.
need more money.
So that's what she's gonna get into her getting into sex work and all that. She was one of the girls. So she gonna say, she was it was getting picked up by older men, going out to the high end clubs, doing this, that, and the third. The men give you money, the men buy you stuff. She still found the hustle. That's what I'm saying. She's one of the girls, the hustler girls. I'm a hustler, homie. She's one of those still. She's just beautiful, high end, and a white woman, high end looking. She didn't become high end. She got high end in her ends, but yeah, she was a social climber for sure. That's definitely what it's giving. Oh my God, and you're from New Zealand. Girl, stay over there. There's a whole world. It is a world away. The U.S. is a mess, child. A mess.
So I just went on Craigslist and I went on the adult section and everything was like
I called
sex,
it.
that type
I called it. I called it. Hell, if Craigslist and all that weird stuff wasn't banned when I was 16, I probably went for it too. That's how she got her bag. Yep, the sex worker bag. Y'all know it's a bag. They be making so much money.
of
Yeah.
vibe, like be my slutty secretary, like that type of, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that. Like, I was still like a kid. I wasn't comfortable like to have sex with a stranger. Like I
Totally.
wasn't even comfortable to have sex with someone that I knew. Um, so I saw an ad and it was like no sex, no nudity, and can make up to 1,000 something dollars a day or something, like whatever, huge number to me. I was like, wow, this is the most money I've ever heard in my life. So obviously I went, and I met up with this like really, like kind of insane looking white guy with this like long black trench coat. And he
Okay, so you can see I have white friends and friends of other races who date interracially. Let me just break it to you. All my white girlfriends, all my Hispanic friends, they only date black guys. So I have those type of friends, the more urbanized friends, because you already know the other side. Oh my God, I'm scared. Daddy won't let me date a black guy. So the way she refers to like this weird looking white dude, I can already tell she one of the girls. I mean, she's already dating Kanye West, but she's cool. You can tell she's cool, but too cool for school. Her father must be so proud. Who knows where her daddy is at this point? She's long gone out the nest, child.
he had me like write that like a sadistic like BDSM fantasy and just like off the top like write it, and I did, and he loved it and he hired me on the spot. And then obviously I roped my like BFF to come with me because I was like, I can't do this alone. And that was the end of that, and I was just naturally very good at it. Yeah, and then working there, um I feel like it was really good for my self-esteem. I think I went in there like really not unsure of myself, like not really confident in who I was.
That is something I will say. Women who are in the sex industry or sex work or those different type of things, confidence out the roof. Like because you do that type of work that society would deem as dirty or beneath them, give or take. You got to have the confidence. Excuse me, you got to have the confidence. So that's probably why when she was like the eyeliner, she's like, whatever, they were gagging in person. That's why she don't probably care about none of that now because her skin is so tough.
And I definitely left like knowing my worth.
When you say you were dominatrix, I think so many people are like actually don't even know what that means. Can you describe for someone that may not understand that? Like, what is a dominatrix?
That is very, very true as well. When you look at it and start from the beginning, that's why the interviewers, I love it because they were like, start from the beginning. What were you like? How did you get here? So it is like that. A child, not a really strong, not really like a strong structure in the home, goes into these type of things, gets sprayed on by these type of men. So it's kind of sad, Julie.
Yeah, so it's like, similar to a stripper. There's an establishment, and it's called a dungeon, and there's a few in Manhattan and in the other parts of New York as well, and it's legal. And the specific dungeon that I worked at was like you would go downstairs into the basement and there'd be like all these different rooms, and there was a medical room, there was for like, nurse type of doctor fantasy. There was like a torture room, like another type of chamber, like all these, like a cross-dressing room, a teaching room, like a school room, like just for any type of fantasy. And
Right.
then like
So see, she's still also in New York. So if anybody listens to like horrible decisions or like any type of other like broad like sex based podcast, that's why the girls are making so much money. So you can really only really do this in New York. Like you try to do this in where I'm from in Detroit or Chicago, you got to go to another city, got to go to another city, they have clientele for this. So maybe like this, California, Arizona, I live in Boston now, Boston, but honey, they could only really do that in New York, child, and have people actually pay for it.
it's really like role playing. It's like acting. It's role playing. And then um that's kind of how I would describe it. Like when
Yeah.
people were like, "Where did you get your start in acting?" I said, "Well, it's really like at the dungeon because I would have to improv like multiple times a day on very short notice. Like someone comes in, they look at all the books of all the girls, they might want to meet you in person.
So they had them up in the dungeon set up like a brothel. Like, look at this girl, she offered this. You come in, she the teacher and she ready to go. Okay, all right, that's real. I'm an actor. I have a degree in acting, so it's very interesting to hear her say that. So, okay then, Julia, do your thing, girl. Material girl. Whip, snap, crackle, pop. If anybody's into like BDSM and any of that, definitely let us know. The money, the lifestyle, in the comments. If anybody into it or bold enough to say, we don't judge, but I'm curious. Also, if y'all are still here, I'm on my way to 2,500 subscribers. I'm very close. I'm like 200 away. So if you're watching me right now, I had about 20 people in here. I had only like 3 thumbs up. So give me at least a thumbs up. It's free. We're watching it together. If you wouldn't mind giving me enough subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And, hit that thumbs up and that notification bell ding, ding, ding for me too while we're here.
And then that's it. You have 5 minutes to get ready, and they just kind of tell you really quickly what they're into. And that's it. Then you figure it out and you have to wing it. So, like doing that, that's like really good training if you do that all the time.
Yeah. You got to be like on your shit. Like you got to
You
have
have to
some
be on your
confidence.
shit. Yeah.
And to clarify for everyone, you're not having sex with these people.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no.
Oh my God, I am so obsessed with Julia Fox. I do wish I was her. How did you know? Let me get my eyeliner. Where's my eyeliner? Actually, I do want to be like Julia Fox. I am obsessed ever since I saw Uncut Gems. Matter of fact, I love you, Julia.
Oh,
Because I feel like that's a
never.
misconception. People just like think
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, I mean, listen, it's not
Thank you so
unheard
much,
of. Like
bro.
there would be
Appreciate it.
rumors of some girls that we would hear of. Um, but that's like I feel like in the dominatrix world, like, I mean, you know, you need to remain in control, and I feel like the moment that you have sex with what they're called slaves in the BDSM community, like when you have sex with them, you're kind of putting them on your level in a way,
Mhm.
and like they need to know that they will never be worthy to have that. Like the pussy, they'll never be good enough for the pussy. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they could kiss my feet, I could smother them, maybe sit on their face like with my panties, but they'll never
Oh, she said, what now? You're cool. I'm cool. Julia Fox is cooler than me, let me tell you.
ever be good enough for my vagina. And like that's very important.
Right. To keep the boundary.
The pussy, they'll never be good enough for the pussy. Do you know? what they're called slaves in the BDSM community. Like when you have sex with them, you're kind of putting them on your level in a way, and like they need to know that they will never be worthy to have that. Like the pussy, they'll never be good enough for the pussy. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they could kiss my feet, I could smother them, maybe sit on their face,
That's
like
that
with my panties, but
dominatrix,
they'll
baby.
never ever
That's that dominatrix, baby. Okay. She said, kiss me, sit on my feet, but you could never get the pussy. You could never get the putty cow. She said, never get the putty cow. Okay. She said, you can never get the putty cat. She's a dominatrix.
ever be good enough for my vagina. And like that's very important, you know?
Right, to keep the boundary.
Yeah.
So what types of
I love you
fantasies
too.
did
I
you
appreciate
like?
it.
Were you like okay, like you liked, and what were someone that you were like, I don't fuck with that, like I don't like it as much?
I honestly liked all of them.
What was your favorite?
Um what was my God, there were so many, but it was actually amazing because through doing this just for money,
Yeah.
I ended up kind of learning about my own sexuality, which I'd never really had a chance to explore because my sexuality was always kind of being used against me. Or
So you guys know, Call Her Daddy is like a sex-based podcast. Alex has just blown up and over the past year. So a lot of women come on her platform because she's so open about sex and lifestyle and all that type of stuff. So it's gonna get a little dirty, y'all.
like, do you know what I mean? Or just I was my sexuality was something to be guarded and protected, not something to be like explored.
Right.
So in this very controlled environment, I was also able to explore my own, because there'd be times in a session where I'd be like, oh damn, like this is actually like horny as fuck, like
Right.
this is hot, you know? So it does happen, you
Right.
know.
Which one do you think you're the best at?
I mean, just like body worshiping, like
What is that
stuff
like?
like that. Just like kiss my boots, kiss my legs, like that type of stuff, like tease and denial.
Oh. And you just talk
Like
like you just talk dirty to them the whole
yeah, and
time?
it's definitely a lot of verbal
Got it.
communication. It's very mental, this type of line of work, you
Wow.
know.
That is really
It's
interesting to think
yeah.
about, exploring your sexuality in such
Because they be like, get on your feet and kiss my boots, you short, small penis, bald, ugly man. And he be like, yes, Julia. Yes, Julia. Here's the $300, Julia. I am short, bald, and small dicked. And what in God's name? I can't even hate on her, bro, because I know the guys like that. People do like it.
like a open way, in like where it's so accepted probably there, obviously. Like everyone is like
Yeah.
being
And
very
everyone's a
vulnerable.
freak, and we
Yes.
know it. So it's like, I won't judge you, you won't judge me, and you know, it's okay.
Can you thank you, because I got the Cool Ranch Doritos and I eat hot Cheetos. I eat the hottest things in the world. They were way too hot for me to enjoy. I couldn't even find the Cool Ranch. I needed the Cool Ranch to cool me down. They're so hot. It's like eating hot tortilla chips, like with no like sweetness, like no flavor. I like the purple Doritos. Don't even get me started, y'all. But thank you for this. If y'all try them, they're really hot, hotter than I like.
Okay,
Can
like
anyone go there? Like
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, anyone can just show up and go, and I honestly recommend that you do. It's really not that expensive. It's like, I think like $250 an hour or something.
Not expensive, huh? She said it's like not expensive, $250 an hour. Well, shit. She must have been getting a lot of money then because, yeah, you would have to pay $250 an hour to pay for uh, a different kink. We're not going to kink shame, as they say around here. But, if you kinky, sometimes you got to pay to play and find somebody to pay that. But $250, where I'm almost like, where do I sign up? Y'all can say what y'all want about me. Hell, I do want to be Julia. About 250 to tell you little and kiss my boots, and I ain't got to give you the Julia. You've been holding out on us.
And remember to tip,
Yeah.
because they take most
Tip
of that.
bag, 25 or 30%, bitches.
Yeah.
What
Mhm.
was your wardrobe like? Was it fire? Like what were you putting on?
Yes. Oh my God. That's why it's like now everyone sees me like wearing latex and like PVC and all that shit. But it's like, dude, I've literally, I grew up in this shit. Like I came out the womb in the fucking latex. Like actually. Yeah, no, the fucking
Oh, y'all saying she lying. Y'all saying you calling bluff? Ooh. Miss Attitude hit her with the child, their child boo. And Miss Indica said she lying. All right, okay. Let me know what y'all talking about. Which part? The money or the you saying nobody paying for Julia Fox or what?
that the fits were insane.
I do know the vast majority just thinks she's kind of like, who is this woman? Harpo, who is this woman and where did she come from? And I get that, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to convince y'all as of right now that she's more than that. I just like her Kanye and think they're funky, and I do find it some levity in it and think it is kind of funny. So I think that's why I like it. It is what it is. Not my life, whatever. But I do see why y'all now are don't really care. It's kind of like, what is we doing here? You're with a sex worker, Kanye. I mean, what? It's not like your ex girlfriend had a two-part sex tape with Ray J that you bought for a bunch of money, right? Just saying, he got a type. Oh my God, does this mean Kanye West is into bondage? That's why Kanye is into all that freaky stuff. This is why.
Like patent leather boots, like hot thigh high. You know what I mean? And most of them were gifts from clients.
That's more than a massage, okay? The shoot, shoot, and massage for me. And I love luxury, y'all. Look at my Instagram at Welcome to China. Follow me if you want to. I do luxury all day. I'm a very luxurious girl. I love luxury. But child, the massage would have to be 4 hours at that rate, baby. I mean, the most I spent on a massage was 150, and that's an hour and a half. Girl, bye. Or if we had a fancy hotel, y'all right.
Oh
Yeah, like
shit.
we would really finesse like the $400 latex, like the fucking
So hot.
the really good shit.
What is your advice to anyone interested in working as a dominatrix?
Um, I really
So you think she clout chasing the situation? From what I've seen, she's been kind of trying to stay off of it. Say she's a Kardashian fan, be kind of mutual. Hey, you think she might be in the way? Maybe is that what you mean?
feel like from the time that I spent there, which was a few years on and off, I would say like the most successful DOMs that I saw, they
Yo, I hope you guys know on this live that in the comments, people are gonna tear me up and me up and me up and me up because we're making levity. We're finding some levity within sex work. So I'm being not sensitive enough. So you already know they're gonna tear me up, but it is what it is. This is getting funny to me now. Did she get paid for this interview? She doesn't get paid for the interview. I don't believe when you go and call her daddy. Um, this is a platform where Alex kind of like reaches out to you is very popular. So this is giving her a larger platform. So I don't think so. I will Google it though.
genuinely also were interested in what they were doing.
Got it.
Like for me, like I remember even being little and my dad used to like make me have play dates with like the kids in my class who were like maybe not as popular or something. Like he would just do that and it was fine. Like I didn't care, but like I would like hang out with these like
That is a point because she was cast into Uncut Jewels. Remember, I pulled the article a little bit earlier where they found her out in Soho. So they found her to be a muse. A lot of people, artists, you guys, I come from an artistic background, so I not to say that I get all the arts because I think some of the stuff is dumb. I'm a visual artist. I'm an actress. Um, so it is something to her being a muse. It's interesting. Men will find her intriguing. We can't think from the mind of a woman. Men will definitely find her intriguing.
little boys and like boss them around and like make them like crawl around on their knees and like I would like get on their back and like ride them like and I was like and as I was working in the dungeon and men would ask me to do things, I'd be like, oh my God, like this is totally like I'm sure the kids that I did that to, they probably like fantasize like have these
Right.
similar fantasies. Like some guy was like he wanted to be dressed like a girl and like pretend that we were like brother and sister. And I was like, damn, I used to dress my brother up like a girl. Like fuck.
Bro. Why they doing this like this, bruh? Why they doing this like this? Interesting. Interesting interview. We really talking about what she had going on. She should have went on Angela Yee lip service. They need to put her on a black platform. We need to have her on a black platform. Horrible decisions or Angela Yee lip service, something like that.
Like you don't think he's now into the shit too or something,
Right.
it's like you kind of like connect the dots and figure out.
That makes sense. It's like there's a niche space of like people that really succeed are the ones that actually like take it to heart and you're like, I am enjoying this and I want to do
you need
this.
to believe it.
Authentic.
You really need to like believe in what you're doing, because otherwise it's gonna like you're just it's a lot. It's a lot of on someone's mental health.
What are some of the risks of working as a dominatrix?
You say you sound. You said why I ignore how much you sound like Kim is scary because that is not how a New York girl get down. Interesting. Interesting. That is a point. That is a point. New York has a. I don't. I always when I go to New York, I be hanging out. I hang out on Dyckman Street, the Bronx, Brooklyn. I haven't really did like the Upper East Side, the Gossip Girl, Manhattan type of thing. So that's interesting. I mean, do the white girls not talk a little prim and the proper? But she probably had to still jazz it up. The New Yorker girl probably still had to step it up for sure with the Cali girls, the material girls. You said keep
That you
her
might
over here.
never get out of it.
All
Yeah.
right, fine. If Julia Rose, you want to come over here, we'll talk to you. How about that?
Do you feel that?
There were moments where I was like, oh my God, I would see the older girl, specifically like one older girl, like she had actually gone to the same high school as me and we had the same advisor 10 years prior. Right.
Oh
So,
my God.
and I was like, damn, I wonder if I'm going to be here. Like,
Okay, we'll look at that. We'll give her a little scan after. Miss Heather C. Shout out to you, girl. Heather C likes Julia Fox, y'all. So I like her too. Now what? No, I'm playing. I'm still trying to get my opinion now. I don't know how I feel about her.
in 10 years. But like, she's still fabulous and
And the Cub
amazing.
baby
It's
ain't
not a
having
bad
it.
Oh,
thing. But
totally.
like, I obviously wanted more.
Yeah. Were clients ever like creepy? Like, were you ever like scared?
Hmm.
Like, that they would like, what, how is it scary?
I mean, sorry.
No, you're good.
There definitely were moments where I was like, "Oh my God, this person's really creepy and scary." And I would just like run out and just tell the manager. And
Like,
then
he's just being creep.
she'd fucking handle it. And she was like, "Oh, a scary like 300-pound Ukrainian woman who like you
She's
don't
like,
want to
get the
fuck with."
fuck out.
Yeah, she was like gonna
That
handle it. Yeah.
Did you get any ideas of how to perform from porn?
No, I actually never even watched fetish porn
So it
Okay.
seems like she may
prior
not have
to
gotten
this.
paid
Like, it was once I got
because
into it
it's
that
a
then I started
podcast. I don't
Googling and
really
I was
know.
like, okay, so like let me
Yeah,
see how they do it, you know?
totally.
But I was really just kind of going off like instinct.
So they said on the Joe Rogan experience, which is just Joe Rogan, he ain't the man from Fear Factor anymore, let me tell you. Child, that's a whole other mess. I'll have to do a reaction to Joe Rogan's silly ass one day. Um, he has the biggest podcast in the world ever. So he don't pay his guests. I know Call Her Daddy don't. Podcasting is a little bit different because it's the exposure in the podcasting world. So I had to answer that question.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
could
kind of
just figure
tough.
it. You can just figure it out. It's not rocket science,
Totally.
Like
What kind of porn are you now into and like what turns you on about it?
I'm into like weirdly like partner like swapping and then like
Okay.
watching or
So
something.
like foursomes.
Yeah.
That's what Kanye is into. That's what Kanye is into. We cracked it. Now we know what kind of sex Kanye West likes. Isn't that something we were all waiting to know? Because we all wanted to have sex with Kanye West, right? I think Kanye West is really the only rapper that women like don't look at in like a sexual way or like I want Kanye West. Answer this in the question in the comments, ladies. Um, mm, let me know what you think. Let me know. Let me know. I like her not with Ye. She's intriguing all by herself. Okay, that is true. That is true. I think Julia Fox had a style and a brand of her own. Just the vast majority of people didn't know about her, and now, I mean, she did art shows on types of stuff. But in this interview, it's definitely so. She's making it sound like she just did sex work and was an escort, not an escort, excuse me, a dominatrix. Up until I'm like, is she gonna get into when she met her husband, or like, how long were you Child, I don't know what she doing.
Like more like that vibe right
Like
now.
cuckolding shit
Then
a little bit.
yeah. Like I could totally like I've never done it. It's like so out.
Yeah.
Like in my other relationships, I feel like um like I don't know. I've always been so jealous and so possessive in all my relationships. And I really like, I don't want to be like that in the future, you know?
But
So
it is
we'll see.
hot.
She's into sex work. I mean, Miss Attitude, maybe. I mean, she just open out in the open. I mean, maybe if people did some research after Uncut Gems. I always just thought she was very pretty. I never seen her on anything else after Uncut Gems. So it was like I don't really see a lot of her, but she wanted to come on here, y'all. She probably wanted to show y'all more about her and herself. But the big headline is about to be what she's talking about literally right now. They're about to talk about is that she's into foursomes. So that's the biggest headline that people have gotten out of this interview. I mean, it came out at midnight is that she's into foursomes. I mean, I'm gonna pull my screen to prove it to y'all in a second, but this is so just she gonna put Kanye West in a cuckold. For those who do not know what that is, a cuckold is when a man watches his woman or his partner have intercourse with another man. So, but also, y'all, they did say that her and Kanye are in an open relationship too. So I think they're just getting their freakazoid out with each other. She was going to say her other partners weren't into the freakazoidness. So maybe her and Kanye, that's how it is through sex and conversation, y'all.
Like I feel
Yeah,
it.
it's
Like when you
hot.
see your partner,
Yeah.
that jealousy in a way, if it's controlled, does turn you on.
Yeah,
And
especially if you know like your partner really like if you
yes,
if they know if they love you and
yes,
like they're doing it to turn you on, then
yes.
that's hot.
It's so hot and it
Yeah.
creates like this different type of energy. I've been the same. I've never done it with my partner, but I've always said like I feel like it would be hot to watch him with another girl. But I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, if it actually happened, would I lose my
Like what
fucking
I know how
shit?
what I feel in the moment, but I honestly think like in the moment we'd probably be able to handle it
Yeah.
really well.
That's what I've always said on my show. Like, I think it's just establishing some type of boundary prior. Because if you
Yeah.
go into it blind and then like he's doing something, you're like, wait, don't do that. Like, what the fuck? Why are you guys
Right.
cuddling after you
Yeah.
guys just fucking fucked? Like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, you eventually were invested in a nightclub.
Yeah.
How did being in kind of that nightlife elevate your experience in New York when you were younger?
Well, the nightclub came about because I was dating someone whose passion was to open a nightclub.
Okay.
So he asked me for money and I was like, okay, that's like what happened. Then he ended up attacking me. And after we broke up, because obviously I'm like, well, we're broken up, but I'm still going to come here because I still put money in this
Right.
place and you didn't even put any money in this place. So I'm still going to come with all my friends and drink for free. And I was doing that one night and he got really jealous and he attacked me and it became like a really, really big deal. And it was kind of before the like Me Too like movement,
Got
like,
it.
you know, and I was like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I didn't pat myself up here. She's a mother. So that's a point. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm gonna pull something else up. She gotta have some other stuff.
hey, like this happened to me and like in a room full of people, like people literally saw it happen and there was still question about whether like if I instigated it because I had had this reputation of being kind of like a loose cannon, I guess. But
Right.
it's not, I'm not a loose cannon. Like I just speak up for myself and I speak up when I see something's fucked up or unfair. And so it was like really like the first time.
Yo, she's really like a legitimate artist. She's just different, y'all. She different. Let me tell y'all, and I promise in the world of creatives, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm not one of those. I'm a pretty basic creator watching this and being an actor, but listen. Listen, they said right here, baby, they said she makes paintings with her own blood, 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 one blood, one blood, 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 blood. If you know that song, who wrote that song? Old school. She once held an art show where her paintings were made with her own blood, blood. Um, so she was born in Italy. I know that. I just want to. Okay, they don't know her age. She works as a dominatrix. She went and directed a film called Fantasy Girls. I guess we could have just heard about this. We went through it about child sex trafficking inspired by a real life ring. Okay, so I think that's what she's gonna give us. She shares a son with Valentino, her ex-husband. So she named her son Valentino. It's very Italiano. Her best friend designed a knitwear line. After Fox, she posed for Playboy in what would become the last ever nude. Okay, so she was in the last nude. And she has 2 books of photography, PTSD, and symptomatic of a relationship going sour, heartburn, and nausea. So she's just a really artsy fartsy girl. She's one of those. She reminds me of like Lana Del Rey, if anybody knows who that is. Um, yeah, I think that's what it's giving. Oh, that sandwich look good to the mother. What the Alabama? Y'all, we had to watch the best sandwiches in the world. What the heck? Oh, they putting a ranch on there? I'm sorry. I'm hungry. Anyway, I had to see that.
that I was like, wow. You know, because I would always hear stories of women that come forward and then like nobody believes them.
Awful.
And I was like, yeah, but that would never happen to me. Like everyone would believe me.
Yeah, she low key should have just started at the point where she got with Kanye and shit. Cause we like Julia, why ain't he with you, girl? You troubled as hell. We thought Kim was bad, but hey, I mean, Kim lived a life of privilege. Kim is Kim.
And no, like it was very much like divided, like who was on whose side. And in that moment, like I was like felt so betrayed.
Oh, you know she running him up. Rich nigga, hey nigga, that's my type. She said, I ain't messing with no broke. She said, hey, I ain't messing with no broke, okay? I ain't messing with no broke. She was still dating a pilot. That's $100,000 a year shoe. So she ain't been messing with no broke. Okay, a little mystery like the Jolie. Now I'm interested to see now after this if she's going to continue on acting because I guess she's not an actress. She's just kind of like a sex worker, artist, creative. I'm just gonna call her creative. Before this, so I'm about to see like what is she gonna do with her career now that we know her. She's out in the forefront. She could be on a Showtime show right now with her clout. So she gonna get us her a Netflix series. Like, what are you gonna get out of this circumstance, Julia?
Betrayed by like my own city. Like it was like a full like collective like betrayal. So I just left and it was like the best thing I could have ever done.
You want to speak up, and then when you're not believed, you question everything of like, what if this happened again? Now I probably wouldn't speak up next time, and that like
Yeah.
breeds such an unhealthy culture.
Well, that actually happened. Something else happened involving like a very prominent person and like I didn't
See, that's what I'm saying. I watched this movie with Joaquin Phoenix where it was an ex-military man and his job was to go and rescue girls who were sex trafficked, and it was a high profile man running for a government position, and the other high profile man took his daughter, kidnapped her, and sold her into sex slavery to a high profile man, and they had to kill them all and whatever, all that gory stuff. But that stuff is real. So when people really make it, into the higher profile, like the Jeffrey Epstein and that, the harder it is to get out of it. So not all money is good money. Y'all need to stay in the clubs. Stay. Don't. The rich men, they get really, really weird, and then all she gonna say is that she wasn't gonna say nothing because they'll kill you.
say anything because I was like, now that's just gonna look like I'm
Right.
this out unhinged, like, well, I'll just keep it to myself. But I did suffer like emotional damage from that.
What
Like I was
happened?
like unwell for like a few months.
Do you ever think you would speak about it or no?
No,
Yeah.
because it's like if that person was still out and able to hurt people.
Okay, so she says she ain't gonna talk about that person, but he ain't a predator no more. That's helpful. But anyway, the movie I was talking about, Joaquin Phoenix, is called "You Were Never Really Here." It's a 2017 movie, but it's a psychological thriller. It was okay, so it was based in France and Germany. It's an all-American, a traumatized veteran, unafraid of violence, tracked down and missing girls for a living. So Joaquin Phoenix, he don't play. I love me some Joaquin Phoenix. Okay, he do not play. He be acting, y'all. He be acting here. Huh? Oh, okay. But that's the movie. If you want to watch some more movies about trafficking, great movie. And I watched it on, I think, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix, one of the three.
People, then yes, but he's
Yeah.
not. So it's fine. It's like, what is that? I don't need more like,
Totally.
yeah.
Drama. How did also being immersed in the club scene affect your alcohol and drug intake?
I don't like not so much because my drug use was always very um like alone or like
Okay.
with one or two other people.
Got
Do you
it.
know what I mean? Like it
Mhm.
was always very like private and like more I don't know, it wasn't like if when I was out partying it was like still fun. It was
Y'all, she's giving troubled artists. She reminds me of a lot of people that I went to acting school with, theater. Like that's really what she's giving, troubled artist, troubled creative. Um, she got her some money now, and she can dress how she dressed, but she's still giving a little bit of troubled. But I'm trying to get to the Kanye part, y'all. I don't want to skip through it, so I promise I'm gonna stop talking so we can just get through all this Julia Fox stuff and talk about some other stuff. Julia, Jesus. And yes, she has a kid. She has a kid with a pilot. Yep. She had a kid with a pilot.
like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
Like it
think you would
wasn't
say
like
cute. I
yeah, it
get
was
it.
like
Like it's
cute. It
cute.
was dark.
Maintained.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't dark.
Right.
Yeah. Like my drug use was not fun like in that way.
So you talked about, were you referencing when you were like, and then I just got out of there? Is that when you went to Louisiana?
Yeah.
So for people that don't know the story, you pack up, you leave New York City, you go to
And
Louisiana.
I had a fashion line too with my best friend and I like fully was like I can't even do this anymore. Like I like
That's what I pulled for y'all. The fun facts. Like she had a fashion line with her friend. Um, Also, if you guys are still here, hit that thumbs up button. I have 50 people here at one point in time. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. I'm a conversationalist. I do reaction videos. It takes a lot for me to sit up here. It's almost 8 o'clock ET time for me. So I'm not even in bed. I ain't had my edible yet. I ain't good to go. I ain't had my bath, my shower. I ain't had dinner yet. But I want to sit up here and do this with y'all. So definitely support your girl. Give me some more thumbs up, please. I'm gonna wait this minute because I have a lot of people in here and they didn't give me a thumbs up. So if you guys are mad at me right now, I gotta pull a Kevin Samuels and say do 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 do. Y'all, listen. When I get to like 10K, when I get to 10K, y'all who've been here already with me, I'm gonna rock with y'all from the beginning. When I get to 10K, I'm gonna make motherfuckers sit here and wait like Kevin Samuels do. Like, give me my thumbs up and my likes while we in this mother sucker. Cause I know this video's getting demonetized, y'all. But anyway, here we go.
actually I signed it over to her name and like pretty much just left, like packed up my shit and left and went to the South. And then I was there with like a few of my friends and um my friend Richie sent me a camera for Christmas and then
Mhm.
I ended up taking some photos and then an art show was born.
Now is she? But I'm trying to see, like, is she unstable now still, or are we getting to the point where I mean, because she was just saying her baby daddy like a year ago, she was just saying the baby daddy was a drunk, uh, an alcoholic, and the worst man in the world on Instagram, like the rest of the girls. You know, the girls get mad, type about the boyfriend. So she was just doing that not too long ago. So
And then
Right.
more shows and books and that like art journey kind of
Yeah.
happened and I definitely feel like more glad that I kind of segued more into art because I feel like I really had to express myself and I wasn't doing it in a really authentic way through fashion because I felt like I was kind of pretending to be someone I wasn't.
Totally. Did you feel going from such the juxtaposition of New York City to Louisiana and like being a city girl and then going to the South? Were you lonely? Like, did you have any romantic relationships?
No, I wasn't lonely because I went there with my really good friend Harmony, and then I already knew two people down there, Jack and John, who were in this band Salem. That's
Okay.
really dope. And so
so this was
I
back in
like knew people
2017,
there,
y'all,
and
and they
Jack's
calling her an
actually the reason
artist.
why I even
So
ever went down there. And it was like I was such a city girl, like I really only knew like LA, New York, Miami, and then like Europe. And you know what I mean? Like
Right.
I was so ignorant and I had never been anywhere. I'd never really seen anything. So the first time going to Louisiana, I was like, oh
oh, Kanye. Yeah, Kanye is hella unstable for sure. Oh no, for sure, for sure. He's definitely unstable as hell.
my God, like real life, real people,
Yeah.
like people that like go out at night, not to be like photographed, but like just to hang out with their friends. Like,
What a concept.
wow. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and I was really, really drawn to that. And in that process, I really like, I remember like I got rid of all my like nice clothes and like I just really got rid of like all that stuff that I allowed define me for so many years.
Wow.
You know, just always like on the hunt for like money, you know, like
Totally.
always money, money,
Totally.
money, like because I didn't grow up with money. So I was always like in financial insecurity, like, you know, and
Yeah.
I kind of in that moment
Okay, so she said she didn't grow up with money, so we that was out of the way, and she grew up with financial insecurity. You know, it's just so different how people speak. Financial insecurity, girl. You mean you was poor and struggling, or you ain't have enough like the rest? Ugh. She called him a deadbeat dad alcoholic. I think she has grown. Her Kimmel interview, she gives it to you. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna check out the Kimmel interview after this. Some people thrive inevitably, yeah, on instability through childhood type. Seems like, yeah, so her and Kanye could probably be unstable together. That's definitely what it's giving. Yeah, and indica, I agree. that is the truth. She has had men with money. You know, y'all gonna fall out with this. Word on the street, y'all gonna fall out. Ready? Julia Fox used to date Drizzy Drake. And the reason why Kanye West gave Julia Fox those biggie, biggie Berkey bags, the biggie, biggie Berkey bag, that's why they gave her the Birkin bag, is because Drake, you know, Drake is the Birkin man. And he used to mess with Julia Fox. And Julia Fox had a few Birkins. So it's very, very interesting. I don't know if she's going to talk about that in here, but let me pull it really quick. Oh God, why they got the why they got her looking like that? That is out of control. It says Kanye West and Julia Fox started dating barely 2 months ago. Da 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 da. West, you know Kanye has a weird obsession with Drake. I already said that. Jesus Christ. Now this is it. These people. Let's get to it. Fox recently set the record straight concerning her previous relationship with Drake after getting together with West, the actress reportedly involved with the Hotline Bling artist. She even stayed at his home for a while. However, Fox revealed that the relationship is not as deep as it seemed. Okay, West isn't the first celebrity to nag Uncut Gems actress. The actress reportedly involved with certified lover Drake in 2020. At that time, Fox was still married to Peter, her husband. However, they are separated and no plans of getting back together. The Canadian based rapper reached out to Fox via Instagram in 2019 because he liked Uncut Gems, just like a nigga. Let me tell you, just like a. So, yep, he thought she was. Y'all, I'm telling you, the rappers, the guys like her. The guys like her. The guys like her. Their romance allegedly led to being flight out to NYC to meet up with Fox. Now that checks out. A source revealed that he brought her two Birkin bags. She spent some time in his Toronto mansion. However, the romance was cut short due to coronavirus and Fox pregnancy for Peter. A source said they were closing the border between Canada and US. She had to get back home. Fox said nothing happened between her and Drake. Although she didn't go as far as entirely denying the fact, she said he's a great guy and a gentleman, and that was it. Nothing really happened, just like friends hanging out. I wouldn't say they were dating. So she was over there. She was over there. She was dominating Drake too. She said, "Drake, get down." She said, "Drake, do you love me? Are you riding? Who do you love, Julia? Julie, do you love me? Are you riding?" Ugh. That's what it's giving. I'm just saying before y'all go on Julia, because Drake was my man. I love me some Drake, okay? But listen, your girl. So that's why Kanye, just real quick, because this is getting more interesting. Kanye West bought, he has a weird obsession with Drake. He got a crush on Drake. And, that's why Kanye was buying all the Birkins for Julia and her friends, because Drake didn't buy Birkins for Julia. I mean, Drake just only bought them for Julia, not Julia and company. So this is Julia and all her wacky designer friends up in her closet celebrating their biggie Berkey bag. They probably fell out. Why can't one of my friends date Kanye West? I would have sold the bag and moved to another country. The biggie Berkey bag. This is crazy. But I just had to put two and two together for you. Look, 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 look. And this is the girl, another girl that Drake messed with. Said she had 30 to 50 over the last 2 years. Man, these women are going to sell these bags into retirement. And that's something I can't hit on. Yeah, that's the investment, child. Lord, child, Jesus. Now, what do y'all think of that? Anyway, let's get through it.
let go of all of that.
Part of the art you created in Louisiana was taking photos of people using heroin. What inspired you to take those photos?
You know, at the time, it didn't really feel like a big deal.
Bro, she is a wacky artist. She's one of those photographers. Is giving. Y'all remember like soft white underbelly? She's giving like a low grade soft white underbelly. If y'all know what that is, look it up.
Because heroin had been such a major part of my life, um, that I just kind of didn't like. Now when I see the photo, it like
Jesus Lord and God. She was using heroin, child. So she said it just looked like one of the guys, one of her girls doing it. Good Lord, Julia. Yeah, I guess some of this she should have wrote in a memoir once her and Kanye were already married and off with their third, fourth, fifth, sixth, eight children, huh? I'm just playing with y'all, but girl.
I am more affected by it. I'm like, ooh,
Mhm.
graphic. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to look at it. I look away. But at the time, I was so numb to anything
Right.
about drugs or guns or anything like that. It didn't
I
seem
love
like a big
Sharp. That's my
deal.
boy.
Were you using heroin at the time?
On and off, yeah.
When was the first time you tried heroin?
I think I was like in high school.
I couldn't be Alex Cooper. Don't tell me. That's like making Wendy. That's why they don't have Wendy Williams do the Oprah type tell all interviews. Because I'd be. Alex is like, so you were doing heroin. Interesting. So when did you start it?
Yeah, I was in high school because it was before I graduated.
How did that affect you?
I
She's
was actually I
33.
remember it, this guy Mario. Sorry,
Shout out
Mario. Shout out
Mario.
Mario. But I know he's definitely not. That was so long ago. Like I'm sure he's not doing this anymore. I hope. But I met him at a party and I like didn't have a phone and he he gave me like two little wax baggies
Soft white
and then
underbelly
I
is like a
forgot how
YouTube
he
channel
ended
where
up
they
getting
talk
in
with like
touch with me or
addicts and
like I
different
got in
people.
touch with him, but it was very much like he knew that I would get in touch with
I'm
him
gonna have to
type of
watch
thing. Like
this
Right.
one.
he gave it
Wait, y'all, I'm gonna have to watch this soft white underbelly because his name was Ho Hustler. Wait, y'all, I should react to these. I might have you guys check out this page. Like he has almost 3 million subscribers, so I ain't go hate. I'll tell. Listen, y'all go watch him. Listen, I'll be there in a couple years. Schizophrenic ex girlfriend. The Whitaker family who are like incest. She do scripper interviews. But I gotta watch this one with the whole hustler from New York. Was he hustling, Julia? He was a whole hustler
it to me because he
He knew.
knew that I'd be calling. And it was like pretty much like that. And at the time, none of my other friends were
in NYC.
doing
31
it.
then 30s.
So I was like doing it in secret and I would just like kind of put it on like a blunt that I was just gonna like smoke to the face or something and like not share. I remember like they'd ask me and I would just be like, no.
Oh,
Like,
right.
yeah, because they didn't know and I was just being such a bitch. Um, and then I remember like then I was like, okay, I'm like over it. Like I'm done now.
So she just turned. Her birthday was on the second. So she just turned 32. So early 30s, y'all.
Out, and then I got sick and I was like, damn, like I have a cold. Like I didn't even know like the withdrawals and the things. Like I didn't understand that I was really playing with fire. So it's like a
Lord,
miracle.
now that she gonna be like Kanye, yeah. They say don't let Kanye become a drug addict now. Now I know he ain't gonna do that. Kanye love Jesus now. Come on. I'm surprised he ain't got her praying. He should have set her on fire. How is she look like she don't believe in God or nothing? She look like she's giving atheist. I ain't gonna speak for her, but just her way, her life live. How Kanye and his Christianity and Jesus gonna fit into this equation, child?
That I don't like I haven't done in very, very long. And I highly don't recommend it, especially now with the fentanyl and
Oh,
everything in it. It's like my best friend died at the end of 2019 from
I'm
a
sorry.
fentanyl overdose. And that
She's like, duh, I wouldn't recognize it because of like the fentanyl and stuff now. So she just saying because of the fentanyl now. She good God Almighty. She has lived the life. I don't want North around. I feel like North would really like Julia. I'm like, you're so much cooler than my mom. Oh, child, don't let. Don't let North get around Julia. She gonna like her. I already know.
That was like I had been sober prior, but then like that was like really
Right.
the like that's the like if I even have a thought, it's like very quickly wiped out.
Yeah.
Like I just think of her and it's like
Oh,
over. Like I just know in my heart like I'm just never gonna do that again.
So she's saying she still think about getting high or doing the H again. I mean, I'm just being honest. She said, but when she think about it, she's like, oh, my friend, it might. She's basically she's saying she would do a little bit more, but it got depending on that'll kill you right away. So nowadays, the fentanyl, y'all. If y'all don't know, it's the one pill. The one pill can kill. Look at that campaign, the saddest thing you've ever seen. It talks about how one pill of fentanyl has killed young kids, older folks, because they're mixing it up in there. One pill can kill.
I'm so sorry.
Mm.
What was rock bottom moment for you that
Oh my God,
then
there's so many rock bottom. It's like you'd think one was the rock bottom, but then it's like it
Thank
gets
you,
worse.
Heather. Cravings, and obviously, and apparently, those come and go. I would assume. Um, Interesting.
I would probably have to say like overdosing was probably a rock bottom. Um,
who found you when you overdosed?
well, there's been a few,
Okay.
but the last one,
Good God, Julia. That's why she played that role in Uncut Jewel so good, because she was the scamming Jewel, her girlfriend. She was, I don't even know what to say. The hell? Good Lord. What is going on here, Julia? Now you lost me with this girl. She's giving Rue. Okay. She was out here like Rue when she was young. Okay. Because y'all know that lady is about to sell Rue into sex slavery. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I think she gonna sell her into trafficking. Because why would Rue owe that amount of money? And she says, okay, I'm just saying. Mhm.
like the like really bad one, it was like on my birthday, and it was really sad because like my sister was there and like she was sober and like the whole party was ruined because I literally like fell over in front of the whole party. Yeah, it was really bad, and that was like a very awakening
Yeah.
moment. And
So maybe these things were far removed from her. I mean, she said she was starting drugs and stuff in her early teens. She was a dominatrix by 18. So like maybe the last 5 or 10. I mean, she stopped or five or no. I'm sure after the divorce, Lord Jesus, it's just a lot. Like
I really credit her for saving my life because she at 19 years old had the foresight to be like, you know what, I'm gonna go get sober and like join
Wow.
AA and like really do it, and like she's still sober to this day.
Wow.
So, and if it wasn't from her being sober and then like showing me like take like she would drag me to meetings and I would just be like on my phone, like not like not paying attention, and then one day it took. So,
Wow.
mhm.
That's amazing to have people in your life that are like there for you, and it's like we're
Yeah.
gonna keep trying until
Well,
it sticks.
yeah, that's why like she's with me today on
Right.
this journey, and like that's damn forever, you
Oh my
know.
God. How much are you younger, older?
We're actually like a couple months
Oh,
apart.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, but she's not like my
Oh,
biological
you're just saying like
sister.
your sister,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
friend. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, I thought you were
yeah.
an only child.
She's my
Okay,
friend,
got
but
it.
she's
Got
my
it.
sister.
Basically like blood.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it. When and how did you meet the father of your child, and how did your relationship evolve?
I met him at the Carlisle
Oh,
through Zach Bahaj, who owned the Lucien.
yeah.
And but I think we had actually met when we were teenagers. I'm older than him though. He was like 14 and I was maybe like 17. And I remember thinking like, oh, he's hot, but he's really young.
Yeah.
Like I literally remember that happening. And then yeah, we met again and it was like love at first sight. He had a girlfriend. I like tried to hit on him and he said, no, I have a girlfriend. And I liked that he turned me down, and I liked that he was loyal. But then they broke up a few months later. He called me, obviously, the rest is history. He actually came to the rap party of Uncut Gems. So
Oh,
this
nice.
wasn't even, the movie wasn't even out yet. Comes to the rap party and we were literally together every day after that. And then we got married like a month later in Vegas. Yeah, with like the Elvis Presley impersonator. And
so she really popped off and married this man like in the height of her career when it was starting, her getting a little popularity in the acting scene and got a divorce and all that very quickly. This was within 2 to 3 years.
all of that. And it was really, really fun until it wasn't.
Right. Like it was incredible and then it wasn't.
Yeah, and then it was a nightmare.
How did your relationship change?
You are so. Y'all had to go get some more water. Y'all. I'm here. If I did, I'd let y'all know. Listen, it's gonna be a minute, all right? But we almost done.
Change once you had your son.
It had changed prior to
Okay.
that. Yeah, there were issues prior. I think suddenly like all the attention from Uncut Gems happened, and then suddenly guys are in my DMs and I'm traveling a lot and now I'm busier.
She said, "Guys are in my DMs." Drake, Drake. So she liked the popularity. She said guys are in my DMs. Dad already knows that she wanted to be wanted and that was intriguing to her. So she was already going. She's for the streets. She belongs to the streets.
Than I used to be and not as available. And also like just not as patient. Like I'm tired now. I don't want to, like just be like easy to be around. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like please. And it just wasn't really working out that way. But he really like he obviously
That's interesting you said that, Heather, because somebody else who I think about growing up in Vegas, Nevada area is Tana Mojo, the YouTuber. For those who do not know, look her up. Tana Mojo. That definitely reminds me of her life. She lived a fast life. I remember watching her story times when I was her age, like, yo, how are you doing this? But it's a different culture around different things. You're able to get different things, different people come to town. I can only imagine.
he's not perfect. I'm not perfect. Like obviously we were drawn to each other for a reason.
Totally.
But he's actually like one of the most like genuine people I know. Like
Wow.
like really like what you see is what you get. Like not like I don't I can't really describe it, but it's something that a quality that Kanye has as well, just being so genuine, like almost childlike in a
Yeah.
way, just like so honest, so blunt, like and I'm really drawn to that. Like I like people that are just
No bullshit.
transparent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Within the last few days of 2021, you posted an Instagram story. You're like, I already know what you're gonna say. That read, "Have you seen this?"
This is a
You're like,
deadbeat
"Fuck
dad."
you, don't read it." Do you care if I read it? Just anyone that didn't hear
It's fine. Yeah, I definitely called him a deadbeat dad. Well, because he had blocked my number for like a month at that point, and I was just like fuming, and I didn't know that he had been paying my rent.
it. How did you not know that?
Girl, I just wasn't paying it. I was like, I'll let it pile up and then I'll just write because it's like, why can't like just do it electronically? It's so much easier. It's like, why have to mail a check?
Yes,
They want me to mail.
Child, Julia Rose had the luxury to be on the outs with the man. Did not want him no more. He don't want her, whatever, broken up. I'm sure it has something to do with what she had going on, lifestyle issues, whatever. And honey, she didn't even look at the account that baby ran. She just said, forget it. She said, we won't get kicked out. Mama will have somewhere else for us to go, baby. What a luxury. That's how you know that man had a bag on him. She said, the rent will just be. All right, put her somewhere else in the world, child. See where she end up.
Mail a check,
Why the
girl.
fuck do they still do that in
I
New
haven't
York?
seen my checkbook since 2008.
I don't even have one. I don't even know where it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why they're not getting
I
their
feel
fucking
you on
rent.
that.
And
Oh, it's giving privileged white woman. I had to say it. I had to say it. They tore me up last time. I said, sad white girl is giving the rich white girl here. It's giving privilege. It's giving privilege. And there's a difference between white privilege, black privilege, Hispanic privilege, and Asian privilege. Your privilege shows different through our culture. So don't try me, but that's what she's giving. What a luxury.
anyway, so I was just like, but also the landlord's my friend.
Okay.
So it's fine.
So like I'm just not getting evicted,
Yeah.
not sure why, but like living for
yeah,
this.
exactly. Like it was on my list of priorities. It was like number 6. Like I have so many other like things that are like so much more dire to think about. So I was just like, it's fine. So I didn't even know that. So in my head, I was like, oh, he's like not helping physically, but he's also not even helping financially.
She okay, City Girls up a million with this one. Now I will say this. She can definitely teach y'all how to pimp a nigga, huh? I like to see. She should have wrote a pimping book, huh? To just live with privilege. So I guess, hey, was dating men who had enough, huh? Talk about the bird brain. Child, she said, let me get the bag. Bag alert. Major bag alert. I'm sorry, I'm done.
And that's what set me off, because if he wasn't helping physically, but then he was sending me money, I would have at least been like, oh, okay, he does want to be in his son's life, but he just needs to take a break.
Right.
And I'm angry about it, but I understand because the breakup was really hard, and we obviously had still a lot of feelings for each other. So I understand him needing that, but obviously I wish I knew that information, because I definitely don't think I would have reacted in
Right.
that way.
And then did he tell you?
No, that my landlord did. Yeah.
And you're like,
No, he actually didn't even text me or call me or like say take it down or anything.
oh
I
my
know.
Oh my God. Wow. That's wild. That's saying something. He don't seem that bad. He don't seem that bad. But I wonder, like, I'm curious how they like broke up, what was kind of going on with him. But all right, let's see.
You then
He's a
said you
very
were
like noble man. He was like, I'm just not even gonna engage, which kind of made me even more mad.
right. You're like, fuck.
I know, because honestly, if he had just texted and been like, take it down, I would have been like, okay,
Okay,
yeah.
She said she would have taken down K. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it, and thank you for subscribing, y'all. That's what it's about. People are like buttholes. We all got one. Listen, go on Facebook and be a half people agree with you, half people don't. We just talking, we hanging out, we make our own opinions. We all got friends we disagree with, and disagreements. It don't even have to be that. It's just a conversation. So that's what the conversation is this here for. Keeping up with Julia Fox. They're gonna give her a role like Black China. She gonna start infiltrating. Okay, it's giving Black China and Rob soon. That's what it's giving Black China and Rob soon, okay?
My bad. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So the fallout, you did say you like regretted it.
I do regret it. I mean, listen, I didn't lie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but
That came to my mind too. I don't have any children, so I speak only from the experiences that I've had of being a child and parents, my parents and all that. But that did cross my mind. I guess it's not like a bad thought, but I was like, so you guys are on the outs. Like, were you guys that mentally messed up? Like that y'all couldn't even talk? Like Julia, I think even y'all could have had somebody, a visitor with y'all, somebody to be their mediator. Like it seemed like he was paying the rent. He was just off, somewhere because they were broken up. He didn't try to like mess with Julia. I'm sure she was freaking out, whatever. And then it just looks like he was paying the rent, taking care of everything else. Why couldn't they? I don't know. They could have seen the kid. I get it.
but obviously I did take things out of context to intentionally make someone look bad. Yes,
Totally.
I did.
Totally.
You know, if we want to paint the full picture, it's like, no, he actually is really great and has these other amazing quality. And like, but it's like, oh,
So now she can, okay, I get it. Now she can debrief and talk about it. So during that time, all right. So benefit of the doubt for that. That's okay with me. I mean, everybody makes angry posts. I'm not one of those people when I get mad. I think it's embarrassing and stupid, and I cannot imagine how stupid it is to do that as a celebrity. I think it's dumb when the rappers, baby mamas, and all that be, I'm mad at you or you cheat on this. Like that's dumb because now look, I bet she never thought she was dating Kanye West, where she ever has to explain this, and here we are talking about it. So also Heather, I agree with that too. Like Call Her Daddy is still a sex based podcast, and she hasn't really done any other interviews like this for an hour talking. So the podcast space gives her that, and especially with Call Her Daddy. So I agree with that too. Yeah, the kid stuff, I'm still not getting it. I'm still not getting it. Someone said it's a bit of mystery. Miss Attitude said there's a bit of mystery. Do you still feel that way? Is she still being mysterious? I mean, I guess that's something. It was like a lot to her. You could just tell it was a lot to her, but when she started to unpack it, a nanny or security. Ooh, I was like maybe a grandparent, but I was like, shoot, mom's across the country. I mean, another country, and dad's where's he at? I mean, shoot, somebody to be in between them.
you know,
Yeah.
fuck, I just shouldn't have said anything to begin with.
Are you on good terms now?
Yes,
Okay,
very,
that's
very.
good.
And he's been super supportive, and I've been having to travel a lot, so he's been helping, which is great because they get to.
That's why you see how bitches are. That's how bitches are. They shit on you when you ain't doing what they want, and when you doing what they want, then they love you and you're good. See, if he wasn't paying that rent though, he would have been kicked to the curb. I get it though. You got to pay to play, but I'm just saying, something to think about.
to like make up a lot of time that they haven't spent together in the last 2 months.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, so it's actually worked out perfectly.
You added actress to your resume 3 years ago when you starred in Uncut Gems
Thank you
with
very
Adam
much.
Sandler, and you played a role that was based on yourself. The name was even Julia.
Mm-hmm.
Were the filmmakers your friends? Like, why did they build this character for you?
Yeah, the filmmakers were friends of mine, and they'd been working on this.
Bro, I just said that. It seems like her character is very similar to the Julia who was messing with the guys who had all the money, like Adam Sandler type. Mind blown. Mind blown. Yeah, Julia really is a muse, y'all. Can't take that away. That's some wild stuff.
Project for many years, like I think like 10 years or something before it came out. So for like 10 years or something, they'd been telling me like this movie, this character, like, and they ask me for like, what would you do if you were in a fight with your boyfriend? Like, how would you get him to like, you know what I mean? Like just
Right.
asking me that type of shit. And then I was like, all right, like I see what's happening here. Like I'll, and then I obviously like got on the phone and we developed her, and her name was actually originally Sadie, but Adam Sandler's daughter's named Sadie. So they were trying to find a name, but like nothing else fit. It was like it was just
Julia.
supposed to be Julia. Yeah.
What aspect of your personality do you think was best portrayed in the character?
I think the like humor and
Heather, yeah, I give Heather some credit too. Yeah, Heather said it was written for her. I missed that part because I didn't get too deep into it. But okay, now it come
the
together.
like just like no fucks given type of attitude.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Are the rumors true? Will you be playing Madonna in her biopic?
No, I wish.
I'm like, Julia, can you sing?
I wish. No, I can. I can definitely like get down.
Okay, Miss Attitude. She's got this little gem, a little uncut gem right here. She slept with the right person and they wrote her in. Allegedly, I only go to the same coffee shop as Adam Sandler. I don't know anything. It's funny. Adam Sandler is from New England area. He's from New Hampshire, I think, or Mass. I'll have to see. I live in the New England area, so I was like, he definitely is giving that child. Okay. Yes. Yes. People are hating on me with the likes. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel. I'm on my way to 200,000 subscribers. Here we come. No, I'm just asking for 2,500, y'all. I'm a couple away. I'm a couple away. We about to get into the part where she talks about the uncut jewels. So go ahead and hit that up. Go ahead and hit that button for me. Hit that button for me. Actually, I have nothing but time. Today I got time, cuz. So I'm going to look and see how many thumbs up I have because I need some more. I need some more. Let me see. Today I got time, cuz. I only got 20 thumbs up and I have 50 people in here. That's wild. I think at this point I should just cut it because I'm not even getting the thumbs up. People are just watching for free, my commentary for free. I mean, it seems like people are enjoying, but that's really what we're here for, is to support, give and take. I sit up here and talk about this, not making any money from it yet. That's just crazy. People be definitely tripping. So we gonna chill for a little bit, and we gonna talk because I need some more thumbs up in here. I'm gonna have to take my screen down. I'm gonna have to unshare my screen real quick. Listen, y'all, it takes a lot to put this channel up. I've been a YouTuber for a long time now. Not that long. I've been doing it for about a year. Yep. Thank you, Heather. Yes, you did. Heather did her part. So I'm just waiting for everybody else to do theirs. I'm going to go ahead and refresh really quick so I can see where I'm at. I had 20 the last time. Okay. I'm still at 20, y'all. Come on. Come on now. Let's keep it. Let's keep it going because, folks, you can leave if you don't want to stay. I want to finish this. We got about 15 minutes left. But listen, y'all ain't gonna play me today. Come on, y'all. Come on. Hit that thumbs up for me. Hit that thumbs up for me. Yeah. 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 All right, I'm done. I'm gonna get to singing. I'm gonna stop. That's bad.
I actually auditioned to play Debbie Mazar,
Oh,
her
nice.
BFF,
Love.
who I'm obsessed with, and people have been comparing me to her my entire life.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I mean, but she's going to audition a million girls.
Yeah.
Like, high chance I probably won't even get it. Like, it's just the industry's like that. It's,
Totally.
it's nothing personal.
You gotta take your
Whoever,
chance.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I gave it my best shot. So
I
we'll
love
see.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Rumor has it you're dating someone new. Have you guys put a label on it?
I mean, I call him my boyfriend and he
Okay,
calls
cute.
me his girlfriend.
Cute.
Yeah.
But there was never ever like an official conversation.
No.
Don't you love when that just happens all of a sudden
Yeah.
one day you're like, I think you're my boyfriend?
Yeah, yeah.
And then
It just happened and it felt very just very organic and like not.
You can tell she looks for love, but still, currently, she keeps the bag in mind. And want to know how I know that? Is because when I date, I'm the nicest, most submissive, feminine woman. I love, y'all probably don't think on here, but I'm an actor. I talk and chat too. But with my man, child, okay, okay now. I'm just woo wee. Trying to wrap my head with it. Let's see where we going because I get it. You gotta always have the bag in mind when you're a lady. Women date up. Hypergamy, all that stuff. Uh, but but she's always dated the people with the money and all that. So she always kept a bag in mind. It's just yeah. It's something. It's definitely something to it. Or maybe Kanye isn't in on it because Kanye in his old world. But it's kind of like, all right, Julia, all right. Interesting. Yeah, it might be. It definitely might be because it's like, where did y'all meet? So let's see what they got on this.
Not even like crazy or anything, just very natural.
Do you remember the first thing he said to you?
Ever in life?
Yeah.
Sup, it's yay. I think it was like something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He like got my number through a mutual friend.
What was your first impression of him?
Super magnetic.
Super magnetic. Oh Lord, here we go. Now she gonna describe Kanye West. It's gonna be funny as hell. And I did see Azealia Banks tore him up, and I agree. They blackballed her because she be telling too much of the truth. She be telling the truth tea. But I did see that. Y'all should check that out too. Google it because that was wild. Azalea, I'll pull it for y'all. I'll pull it.
Like very attractive. Like not I don't even mean it like he's attractive physically, but I mean also just like the vibe is very like attractive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like at least for me, like I felt like I wanted to gravitate toward. You know what I mean? Like it was very like when
Yes.
that happens, like
Oh my God.
sparks.
You're like, that person has
An
something.
aura.
Yes.
They just glow, they radiate an energy, and he definitely has a very, very special, unique, like one of a kind energy.
After your first meeting in Miami,
Oh, she made a new response today. Okay, let me go find that.
you have this like whirlwind 24-hour like moment. And then like, how did you guys leave it before you went to New York?
Oh my gosh, I was only supposed to go there for the night and then I was supposed to fly back the next day. We ended up staying like 3 or 4 extra days. And it was like we were on the Kanye workout plan. Like we got to work. We were
I know she didn't say it. It was like we were on the Kanye workout plan. So I guess when you get to a big baller, shot caller, big top five, big dog Kanye West. Kanye is a billionaire, but it's Kanye West. We already know that. Iconic. When you get up here, then listen to what she said. Let me take it back a little bit.
Did you guys leave it before you went to New York?
Oh my gosh, I was only supposed to go there for the night and then I was supposed to fly back the next day. We ended up staying like 3 or 4 extra days.
Look, she stayed there. She was on a Kanye West workout plan. She was good to go, honey. That's what she said. She's a fan.
And it was like
I
we were
love me some
on
Tyler
the
Perry
Kanye
too.
workout
Okay.
plan. Like we got to work. We were like, okay, we're gonna do this. Like if I'm gonna be seen with you, like I
Thank
need
you, writer
to,
director
step it up a
TL.
little bit. Just because I'm
Totally.
late, like I'm a little lazy. That's just a thing. It's a
Right.
fact.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I definitely do need to be like nudged a little bit and like pushed out of my comfort zone. And I love that because I don't think anyone hasn't been able to succeed in that, because I'm stubborn, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna wear the things that I'm comfortable in, and it's like, and I have my insecurities that no one else sees, and like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
When he doesn't see them, so he just like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's cool to see myself through his eyes.
For anyone who lives under a rock or didn't read Interview Magazine, you detailed this like lavish second date in New York City. Can you indulge?
Girl, nobody read the magazine unless it was online or they put it on the shade room or they put it on the T pages or anything, Alex. You only looked at it because you had to interview her, and now she's going to tell us about it verbally.
Us and just kind of like walk us through the night?
Yeah. We went to see Slave Play, Jeremy O'Harris's play.
Wow.
That was amazing. Then we went to Carbone, and then
He took her to go see Slave Play. Period. He said, all right, because one thing Kanye West, he loved himself, his people, and Kim. Okay, he loved that. All right, so Kim, all right, and Jesus too. But I did Julia and her witchcraft. She did. She did. I saw that. We were talking about that a little bit earlier in the stream where she painted hearts and stars in her own blood. That's all that it was giving. And I did see that too, that she stopped following the T pages and the Kardashian pages and all that because she was still a normal girl. Okay? Because she was a super fan. Interesting. Yeah, it's something to it, y'all. It's something to it. Writer director TL, if you've seen that response, if you don't mind, send it to my DM at Welcome to China because I cannot find it, or if it's on Twitter or something, let me know, yo. Because I'm trying to find it.
after Carbone, we went back to the Pendry where his suite was, and I just thought we were gonna go and like just hang out, like play Uno or something. He really likes Uno. I just thought we were gonna do that, and I walk in, and like all the furniture in the hotel room has been like pushed into the bedroom, and like there's all these racks like lining all the walls, and it was like a fucking dream.
I spend it on a mattress and on a mattress. She was getting a child. She's about to say, opened it, and it was clothes everywhere. And we played Barbie dress up, and I dressed him in women's clothing too, like my little brother. I'm just playing. Yeah, she's Kanye is giving her fantasy and her dream life, child. All she gotta do is be with Kanye and her son. Easy enough for her.
And it's also just like the thought behind it, and like he had also just landed at like earlier in the evening, so it was like, how did he even, you know what I mean? But
It's so
he makes
romantic.
it happen. That's and then he did something for me in LA as well. He like turned this big warehouse space into like a really cool like restaurant kind of vibe.
Oh.
Yeah, for me and my friends, and like that was really nice. And Naomi Campbell was there, and
That is
yeah,
iconic.
so like just really iconic moments that he does for me.
Have you ever felt in these moments like a little overwhelmed?
No,
Why do you think?
I don't know. I'm just like grown, and like also I
Bro, she's been doing this since she was a kid. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I used to live in Michigan and I was with my friends, I'm from Detroit area. We used to hang out with rappers and trappers and dealers and all types of stuff. Like, I know rappers. I've had rappers in my DMs. I've had famous people in my DMs. But it's a point in time when that's fun and the lifestyle has to stop. But again, if I had to maneuver 10 years from now, or 10 years from when I was doing that, when I was in my early 20s, I could do that. But she just never grew up and she never changed. So that's her lifestyle. She know what to do.
grew up in New York City. I grew up around celebrities. You know what I mean? I know how to like, and also I really feel like I've like earned my.
It's funny that she said she grew up in New York. She grew up around celebrities. So yeah, I get it. So some of these things I'm debunking y'all a little bit because I used to live the hot girl lifestyle. Get to all that type of stuff too. But I grew up out of it, and I'm trying to get my friends and my peers out of it. You see what happens when you don't. But mm-mm.
My place to
Yeah.
be there. Do you know what I
Fuck
mean? Like
yeah.
obviously I'm not on their level, and I'm not saying I am, but I feel like I've like put in the work, and like I can hang.
Yes,
I can
totally.
hang. Definitely everyone's like, "Oh, look at her now, like she's at dinner with Madonna." It's like, "Well, actually I set up that dinner and I invited Kanye." You know what I mean?
Stop. Oh my God, that's
it's
kinda
like
baller.
yeah, so it's like obviously people it looks a certain way. But they
Totally.
people
She had Drake right after. She said her baby daddy said, I mean, her husband, whatever, said bye. She said, hi, Drake. So, yeah, she's had, we'll never know how many people is in the DMs for sure.
don't know the conversations happening behind the scenes. And like, no, I've been around. I you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
On
like
your podcast, you talk about how people were kind of like calling it love bombing almost, of how extravagant things have gotten. Why do you not consider it love bombing?
because he
Love bombing is a modern word of like showering you with gifts and all that, but you're being manipulative. So I'm already caught. I don't think so either. So just gonna debunk that before we get into it.
doesn't have like a shady ulterior motive,
Right.
which I think is like super crucial in the love bombing element because, in a typical narcissistic like relationship in that way, it's like you get love bombed and then
Yeah, she like uses it when she needs to pull it out. So like, yeah, she had her bag of tricks and she was ready. Okay.
you get isolated and then you get like, you know what I mean? And it's like,
Yes.
no, actually, like my friends are now with me 24/7 because they're hired. And it's like, do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
You know what
he's
it's
not
mean?
trying
Like,
to like
he's not like, trying to do that. And like, I had a really hard time. And like, it was just crazy. And like, so when we was like doing that, I said, yo, you got to stop like doing that. Like, what? Like, how did we even get here? Like, what?
have me to keep me from like lock me away. No, he wants me to be the best version of myself. Like that is always the conversation.
Oh.
Always. Like how am I going to be live up to my full potential, which I think is like amazing.
So would you, because everyone's like, would you consider yourself Ye's muse?
Yeah, a little, maybe. I
What
think
does that
so.
even mean? To no one that's ever been, because I remember you were like, this is not the first time that I like,
Yeah.
what is a muse?
I mean, I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut
Right.
Gems. Do you know what I mean? Like things like
Right.
that. Like I think people make it seem a little more dramatic than it is. Like I'm not, you know
Totally.
what I mean? It's not like Van Gogh.
She's very interesting to the art, to the trouble, to the entertainment. You have to think of really, really artsy, weird. Like she fits into that. Like that's who she is. So I see why it works. I see why he's intrigued. Um, Kim wasn't intriguing enough for Kanye after a while. I guess he wanted some real intriguement. Cause she telling Kanye he used to do heroin and all this other. Girl, what? Huh? It's like when you go on a date with somebody and you get to know them more and more and you're first attracted and you learn about them, you like, yo, I know you used to do crack 10 years from now, but I just can't be with somebody who's still doing crack now. Or you used to be a crackhead. There's one of somebody gonna say you used to be with a crackhead. I can't do that. So that's all I'm saying.
Like type of like
Yes.
he just
You're not getting artsy. You say you're not getting artsy. She said she's not giving artsy fartsy. You said she just giving fraudy and kind of like whatever. I'm troubled. That could be true. I think it's kind of like the aura that she's giving, but I can definitely see how it could be fake. I have to see one more interview. One more. Kanye has many musicians. This isn't y'all is getting it. Many muses. Squeeze getting in where you fit in. Yeah. Okay. I like that, Miss Attitude. Yes, it's giving get in where you fit in. For sure, for sure. You said y'all ain't getting artsy. Wanna be artsy lifestyle, artsy fartsy, that's so funny. And this is on Spotify on Call Her Daddy. That is so funny, y'all. Okay, we're almost done here.
he wants to dress me right now.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I think that's kind of what it is.
Is there anything that like you're inspiring him with? Like you say, like he's,
Yeah,
you
I
know what I
think
mean?
it's very mutual. Like I'm definitely an ideas person. I always have like crazy like out there ideas and so does he. And I love telling him my ideas and like we get excited over each other's like weird thing. It's definitely mutual for sure.
What do you guys disagree on?
Talking about girl, what are you inspiring Kanye to do? Now let's be real now. Come on now. Kanye is art. Like, come on now.
He that one of the makeup looks, he actually went and tried to draw like a sunglass line And I
Really?
think that was like the only time where I literally was like, no,
You're like,
this is
I
where I
will-
put my foot down.
Oh my God. I would be like, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, no, but then I actually online, I like randomly saw an image of that makeup and it didn't look that bad actually.
You're
Like a
fuck,
full
maybe I should have
sunglass.
gone for
Yeah,
it.
and I was like, you know what? I need to like when he's doing something, just let him execute the vision because it might
Yeah.
actually be cool. Because a lot of times I've been like, oh my God, what is he doing? What is he doing? And then it's fucking
And you're like,
awesome.
fuck, I would have never thought of this.
And that like never happens for me. So it's really cool to meet someone that like does something that I really would have never thought of doing,
Totally.
you know?
What do you say to people who claim this is not a real relationship?
Okay, so you writer director Tia, you around? Y'all, Julia's boring me. I had to. I actually writer director. I went to see if you DM'd me the thing, and then I started scrolling. Y'all, Cardi B got a heart shape in her sewing. Y'all, it's so cute. Look on Instagram. That's how girl Julia is really dragging on this. Okay, and then here it said, but who said that she had two BBLs? Who said that? Can somebody verify that for me? I will Google it now. So she got BBLs now too. Y'all are out of control now. Kanye's living his Caitlyn Jenner fit. Yo, y'all remember? It's giving when Kim said that she saw Bruce, now Caitlyn, in the closet dressing up in women's clothes, and she was so traumatized. Her and Courtney didn't tell her mama. I said, y'all really dropped the ball on that. I wish I would see my daddy in the closet with some women's clothes on. I would definitely tell mama, girl, what the hell do you got on? What the heck is going on here? Stop it. Stop it.
Relationship.
I mean, time will tell. You'll see you'll
Yeah.
just see. Yeah.
The tabloids and social media are always comparing women.
I know.
And you
it's
keep
so
getting
sad.
compared to his ex. Why do you think they're doing that?
Well, we've worn some of like the similar
Who has compared? Now I ain't even gonna be. I'm not being petty because y'all know I like. I care. I like Julia Fox. Oh, I'm giving away my two cheetah patterns. Put my leg down. Um, who compared Julia Fox to Kim Kardashian? I mean, Kim Kardashian had 12 more million accolades and all that before Julia. If we just talking about comparing hoes, but
looks.
Right.
Which I knew at the time of wearing them. I knew that Kim had worn it previously, but I thought it was cool that she had worn it.
Right.
And
she's iconic.
yeah, like it wasn't even a thing. But it is unfortunate because you know, women are always just being pitted against each other and obviously like, there's 10 years of history that they have.
so this is like, who is Julia Fox? I mean, maybe they just could have titled that. I mean, it's fine. So we basically got a whole bunch of nothing, and I'm really disappointed because I came in here strong, and y'all humbled me real quick. Listen, I don't lie when I'm wrong. I don't front. I thought she was gonna give us more because I expected more out of Kanye West and his partner. Uh, but I mean, Kanye, I guess, has dated hoes in his life too. Amber Rose was an old hoe. I love Amber Rose. She my favorite OG hoe. Kim Kardashian, sex tape hoe. I mean, the other only one when he was with Donda and all that. But yeah, that's real. Yeah, that might be Kanye's thing. He like a little slut. It's okay.
Of prior and like I'm not gonna I don't want to ever like step out of line and like speak on something that like I have no place speaking on.
Like when someone was like, "Oh, they're both wearing Balenciaga," I'm like, "Wait, we can't
Yeah.
all wear that
Well,
now?"
if anything, I feel like the conversation should be like, wow, it's amazing to see how
I wouldn't have wore now. One thing I wouldn't have worn is no Balenciaga because y'all know that's the Kardashians' brand of choice is the Balenciaga. So now I wouldn't have did the Balenciaga because the Balenciaga, that pink look Kim Kardashian had with the SNL baby, can be serving looks to the gods. Okay, so I ain't gonna say that's a compare.
heavily influenced Kim was by Kanye.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
a
what I
great
mean?
point.
If
Yep.
anything, I feel like that's kind of what that shows. But obviously, people want to run with the more like nastier like
okay.
narrative and
This makes sense.
and make people feel bad. And it's like actually, I had a fashion line, and the Kardashians actually sold it at their store Dash and wore it on magazines and in the show.
Okay, yeah, she know about Dash. Yeah, she loved the Kardashians like the rest of us, like the grand scheme of everybody. Okay, all right, Phoenix. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So if privilege does exist in the community, but maybe not with Jamie Lynn. We ain't gonna get into Jamie Lynn no more. I'm just messing. He even said, yeah, Jesus. Now they gonna tear Kanye up. Y'all better stop it. Said, thank God she didn't have that. I mean, I would have liked it if she had the eye makeup on. Honestly, that would have been more entertaining. We'd have been like, girl, how did you get that? Because y'all, the one picture I showed you, it was nice in Black Swan, then it was Smudge Swan. I didn't know what was going on.
So it's like there's ties. I've had my history of fashion as well. I didn't just
Right.
like pop out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like celebrities wore all my Nicki Minaj wore my clothes, like everyone, you know. So like
Now, don't you bring Nicki Minaj into this. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't she dare. I love Nicki Minaj. Don't she dare.
yeah.
How do you describe the style that you're showcasing to the world right now?
I'm giving like dominatrix, like couture, which I
Love.
love.
Lord, he dating somebody giving dominatrix couture. Why couldn't it just be Gap? Oh, that's what she wear. Lord, he got him a souped up dominatrix. I'm sure they be having a freaky deaky time. That's enough for Kanye. I'm sure he's been rused and I'm sure Kim didn't hasn't gave him nothing in years. She Kim is so we know Kim is so disgusted with Kanye, good, bad, or indifferent. Hey, divorce is divorce, breakup is break. You know she wasn't giving him no poon poon. They weren't even having kids naturally. So who knows? He's been waiting to get freaky deaky. He wanted to be freaky zeeky. Okay, that's what it's giving. Freaky yeeky, freaky zeeky.
Love.
Which I love, and it feels like, you know, familiar and like say like I've been there before.
Yes.
Like I've been there, so
They look like they've been wearing the same outfits for like 4 months or whatever, and they keep saying you guys like, what do you say to that?
I mean, I think about re-wearing the same, like I'd rather wear the same outfit a bunch of times than like wear the wrong outfit once. So
Yes. Also, everyone look inward. How many times do you rewear an outfit?
yeah,
Like just because you're getting papped, it's not like you're
yeah,
like
We're celebrities, people. We're celebrities here. Alex is Alex Cooper. Alex has pretty privilege. So she puts on sweatpants, a halter top under a bra, and she's beautiful. She's naturally blonde and blue eyed. So, I mean, come on. I don't think this is a conversation for her or Julia, just saying, but they're pretty.
we're
not
still
allowed
real
to.
people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. You're like, these are my
I
favorite
actually
pants.
Y'all don't have to. I wouldn't. Shit, if I had y'all money.
just sent out my laundry today for the first time in like a month.
Oh my
So
God.
congratulations to me.
Do you think Kanye's boots are sexy?
I love the boots.
Have you ever tried them on?
No, I haven't.
They're so
I
iconic.
know. I should try them on actually. No, they are. I love it. They look like an action figure or like a
Yeah.
video game character or something, which I love that vibe. So
I know you mentioned like getting jealous and with how much the media is like, he wants her back, like he was fighting for her. Like, have you had jealousy moments?
I mean, Kanye has been saying it. Didn't okay? Y'all seen? I know everybody's seen Kim Kardashian come out with that bomb ass American Vogue cover today. I was like, God damn it, Kim! You do it every time, bitch. You always look good, Kim. Shit, Kim looks so good in that damn cover. He was begging for his family back because he look at Kim Kardashian like single, living the best life I've lived. Come on, North. Come on, Saint. Come here, Chicago. Kim is good. God, Kanye verbally be saying it. You would have to pay me. I would have to be getting money, investments, Birkin bags, all that. Talk about your ex-wife. So I'm sure she gonna say it's okay. Girl, don't talk about getting jealous. Take your money and don't complain, child. You already know he gonna miss Kim. But yo, the only benefit is Kim ain't gonna get back with him. Child.
Where you're like, this is icky.
no, not really. I mean, I'm sure listen, I'm sure there's still some sort of residual feelings and it's like it's normal, it's human, you know, but I also like know that
It's no residual feelings. I mean, okay, well, she did this interview. I think Kanye has been begging more for his family and all that back. She did this interview on February 2nd. So the last 2 weeks, um, it's been that the birthday party and all that drama and all that, and I want my family back. Excuse me, just today. They also had breakup rumors. Like she seems like she becomes like a hothead too. Like she seems like she gets I get crazy. I get crazy. And that's fine. We all got a little crazy side to her, but Kanye West got a lot more a little more whole lot to lose with a crazy girl, all right, than just an everyday girl.
But he's with me now.
Yeah.
So, and that's all that matters.
Have you guys talked about your future together?
Let
She hit him with, but he's with me now. So, ooh, ooh, skirt, flick, suck, go away. Hey, and then do like my, hey, oh, Jesus, she getting it.
like yes, there's a lot of like us and we conversations, which is really nice. Um, but no, like I said, everything is very on a whim, last minute.
Us and we, Kanye ain't trying to build no family together and do all that. He'd be better off getting back with Amber Rose to do that again than her. This is just never, no, no, ma'am. No, like yes, and I did see that. Yeah, open relationship. They came out with that. So it's almost like she's just a fun friend he hang out with and have sex with. It's like his new bestie, and they can kind of she's just down with whatever. And I think that's why he likes her. She don't give him no pushback. She's here for a good time, and he ain't never been around. Kanye is still a rapper in urban situations, dealing with people who don't want to go out and do drugs, do things on a whim, wild shit. Kim wasn't doing any of that. The elites that he hang out wasn't doing none of that. She's like a fake elite almost now that I'm gathering here. So, y'all, she's like, he's with me now. Oh, girl.
Like pack up, we're going here now. We're going. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're not. I'm like can't even get past like next week, let
Right.
alone like
Just having fun.
yeah,
Totally. Has he given you any career advice?
definitely. Yeah,
Like
that's like all he does.
right. Like do you feel like you're now in a great way kind of like taking a different trajectory, or you're
This if this does not catapult her career, then kiss my butt because she better use this to her advantage. She's dumb if she does not. Because we got nothing out of this and more to come, Julia. You have a lot of room to give us something, Julia, to become a personality, become a face. Kanye isn't, controlling you a lot. Use it to your advantage. You're in an open relationship. Shit, you can still mess with some other guys. Girl, you better be smooth as butter. And
just
you
like
get to be the open relationship girlfriend that he go out in the public with. Boop, boop, beep, beep. Is that my bestie in a Tessie? Fresh blowout. Hit the town. Now she ready. Isn't that? It's giving best friend by Doja Cat, okay? They jumping off the cliff naked together.
amplifying what you wanted to do?
I'm gonna amplify what I
Okay.
already wanted to do. I definitely still want to act, and I definitely still want to produce and write and direct and do my own projects, and like that's really where I see myself
Yeah.
falling eventually. But right now, I just really want to act.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With all the media attention around you, what is something you've had to change this year about your life?
nothing really.
This is
Yeah,
amazing.
I don't
Wow.
think so. Yeah,
Does it give you anxiety when you're photographed?
no.
No.
Uh-uh.
You're just like, fuck yeah.
No, I was even I even like I take the subway still like
What's a misconception about you?
that I'm a gold digger. Yeah, because it's like, yes, I have dated rich men, but like
Right.
they pursued me first, okay? And
Fuck.
secondly, I've also like
She does have something that the elite and high quality men like. It could be her, her being unabashed and sexually liberated and her as a person. Like I think a lot of the time that is intriguing because when you think about like the sugar daddy lifestyle, the sugar baby lifestyle, like all that, these men are like men that aren't necessarily desirable to society. They just have enough money and they'll pay the right women who will do these things. So I'm still like, yo, I mean, it's still it's like it's having questions like they came on to me. It's just like, bro, that's not the way to answer the question. Just be real. If somebody asked me that question, like, am I a gold digger? Me, because everybody knows I've always dated people who had money in my whole life because we've had financial security in my household when I was growing up. So for me, I wanted a provider male. I wanted somebody to take care of me and be a provider. I would have answered that. Yes, I always dated people who had money. My partner now, I even make him humble himself. I said, just because my partner has a Cadillac, I said, just because I'm getting in a Cadillac, CTS, don't act like I ain't been in a Cadillac before. Humble yourself. Let me stop playing. He know I'm joking, but it's like, you still are going to attract different people and, still have a certain lifestyle you want to live, but you have to have some shit to back it up with and some substance. And I don't think for society's sake, she ain't giving us enough.
Dated and like been fully madly in love with straight bums where fully they were living off of me, like, you
Right.
know what I mean? And I was the sugar mama type of situation. So, it's really about the person, it's
Yeah.
not, I don't, at the end of the day, like no amount of money is going to make me like actually have feelings for someone
She says that, but the man who she ended up with to marry and have a child with um has big money. So
or actually want to spend time with someone. If I'm spending time with you, it's because I
I'm gonna
like
look it up.
genuinely really like you.
Totally. You're one of the first people I feel like recently that's like actually getting some like positive media attention from like random comments being like, good for her. Like, let her live her
Yeah.
life, which is exciting. I feel like in media to see like a little positive turn. 'Cause everyone's always
Yeah.
fucking shitting on every woman when they start dating a
I
man.
yeah.
And it's like so negative.
I think it's refreshing because it's like I feel like such an interesting choice for
Again, y'all, I want everybody to know that Call Her Daddy is a whole different demographic of people. I listen to it because I did and dabble into all types of podcast demographics. I'm a suburban kid. I'm so I kind of get along with everybody, every type of thing. So it's just interesting, to kind of hear them talk about um just the way her and Alex talk about certain things. Like, let me just go back a little bit.
an unexpected choice.
Why?
I don't know.
Exciting, I feel like in media to see like a little positive turn. 'Cause everyone's always
Yeah.
fucking shitting on every woman when they start dating a man.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then that's what I'm talking about. It's good and bad to like femininity, and it's good and bad like into feminism and all those things. But you gotta still give us something to offer. Like Alex is acting like this isn't Kanye West. Like we would probably still expect less than Drake because we see kind of what he mess around with. They'll tell on him whatever, Tabasco and the condoms, all that. But it's just like, yo, they still live in a world of la la land that people aren't going to comment on these things. Why? And women should all this and have the like. What respect is Julia Fox earning from everyone watching now? Besides her saying that she, worked in the sex industry, was in Uncut Jewels, Amuse, all that. It's just interesting. But all right, all right.
Yeah.
And it's like so negative.
I think it's refreshing because it's like I feel like such an interesting choice for him.
Yeah.
And an
No
unexpected
offense taken.
choice.
Thank you.
Why?
I don't know. Like I feel like I would have never expected.
Period. Go pick up the kids, cause Julia ain't picking hers up today. Okay, we about to get out of here. I'm just playing. We about to get out of here, y'all. We got 2 more minutes.
Him to
Like you.
yeah. Although I had actually been asked to do some Yeezy campaigns and shows like a couple of times throughout the years,
Yeah.
and it just never really worked out. Like I wanted to do it, but it was like scheduling conflicts and or I wasn't in town. So like and there would have been other opportunities for us to have met, but I really feel like, timing is everything and it just had to have been.
Totally.
Julia is pretty, so we can't deny that. So she's gonna have a lot of pretty privilege in her life. Look at her eyes, gorgeous lips, gorgeous. So yeah, she has it, and that's okay. I mean, we can't. I'm not gonna stake my claim about how I feel about her yet. I need to see a little bit more, but y'all definitely convinced me to give her more of a side eye today.
Now because if you had met me prior, I would have been with my husband and I'm like super loyal. So there would have been not even, I wouldn't have even
Yeah.
looked in his direction, honestly.
What is next for you? Like, have your goals shifted? Like, what do you want people to think of Julia Fox in like 5 years, 10 years?
I really want my work to speak for itself. You'll definitely still be seeing me in my fashion looks.
Boy, she better get to working. She better get to working then.
I'm definitely committed to that. But definitely a lot of movies, a lot of writing. I'm working on a book project right now. I'm developing a series and I'm writing a movie, which I already like kind of technically sold. I'm still whatever.
So I think a lot of things she's gonna work on now is gonna like catapult as well. So I hope she uses it to her advantage for her career. I mean, we ain't gonna hate. Seems like she has a lot of acting, directing things. So I can see her in that space. So
It's complicated.
Yes.
But so it's like I'm still doing my things that I already had pre-planned, pre-Kanye,
Yeah.
pre-A. So
No,
yeah.
and I just thank you for sitting down with me because it's so nice to hear you like in long form speak. Like people see things on social media.
all right, we done with this for today. We seen all that we can see. All right, so you guys hit that thumbs up button for me again. I had like 50 folks up in here. I'm gonna need 50 thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. All right. Hit that whatever, the notification bell, ding, ding, ding. While we're still here, I know people are catching up. I'm about 30 seconds ahead. But y'all, China's about to get out of here, y'all. I'm on my way to 2,500 subscribers. This was a lot. This is a lot to take in, a lot to go through, y'all. So if you're watching later on, let me know in a comment what you think about Julia Fox. I'm still in between what I feel about her. I mean, we've shared throughout the time. So thank you everybody for being here, being a part of the stream. Your girl is tired. She getting out of here, y'all. And I'll see you guys later, all right?